the threat for me destroying your culture. You'll dance for 48 hours.
I don't even remember what I was trying to do for Francis.
It was Scottish. It was great.
Well, yeah, when I was online, I was like, I think I'm slipping into a country accent at one point. I don't know what's
Make him
going
a
on.
Southern belle.
Well, I've got like a couple of accents I can do for his other covers. And I was like, I don't know which one I'm going with, but I've been out of this and my throat hurts.
That's very fair.
What's hilarious is when I tried to do an accent for the first time, I practiced forever, and I had it until someone else started doing an accent, and then I just started to bleed. And I'm like, nope, nope.
You're like, no, this is mine now.
It saves me so hard.
I almost was like, I'm just going to make the, Francis Orkthur Morgan and go with that.
No, I've been just like talking to myself in my car. In Australian accent, like I'll read road signs and stuff.
Miller is so heavy. It's so hard not to.
Yeah,
It's very
pretty
good.
freaking fantastic. It's like I've been taken down under, and I'm okay with this.
I'm just sitting over there and it's like I want to participate.
No, somebody was asking, like, people always ask about my D&D keychain, and they're like, oh, what character do you, like, yada yada, and it was when it was, like, I was doing Ray, and I was like, you ever see that, like, his name's Uncle Roger, and he does that really racist Chinese accent? And they're like, yeah, and I'm like, I made a bugbear, but we named him a monkey instead, and he was a monk, and they're like, that sounds awesome. And I was like, yeah, I just had a, unfortunately, like, really, like, racist-y accent.
Well, it makes sense when you're in literal Transylvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Coming from the sun.
it's not as long as you're not intending it to be racist. Like,
No.
if
That's it.
that was their original dialect, and you're just trying to emulate that from them now speaking common, it's like, yeah, you got it, you nailed it.
Well, yeah, remember, when you spoke Draconic, it was perfect.
Oh yeah, 'cause the idea was when it was Draconic, it was supposed to sound like Ken Watanabe, where it was just like very like stern, and then his normal like goblin speak.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all.
Hey, how about
Also, everybody talking about moving to Red Note. A lot of people are just learning Mandarin now. And somebody asked.
But they're gonna be taxed an extra 60%.
Somebody asked.
That's only if they come back.
That's right.
Somebody asked. They're like, if you had one thing to say to the Supreme Court, what would you say? Ni hao.
I would have just been we're done here. Okay, y'all. Welcome. Who would like to recap for us?
Not
I was actually, aiming for you, Brian. That'd be great. So,
Give me a session to get back, fully back in.
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Difficult to recap online.
It is, well, a lot of weird things happened. So, it was pretty wild.
We went places.
How did we start?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
How did we start?
We started with everyone
So-
coming back from the docks and wherever.
Right.
What's his face was?
So, Milliard
Watching.
is watching Tom Thane.
Tom
And then Tom Zane. And you meet and they interact with Kelda. And the...
Thickums. Not
Thickums.
Kelda. It's Thickums.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Officer Thickums dealt with them and their silent partner, who they just let Milliard try to investigate or interrogate Tom Zane, and just kind of sat there very quietly as he just stumbled through his ship. Later realizing, oh, well, they talked in your head already, so yeah, they probably interrogated him very thoroughly or probed his mind or what have you. So that occurred. Then we had, you basically were like, cool, I think you guys did meet back up at the Melody's Rest at some point, because then you all, is that our little thing going off there? Normally it'll stop when it gets like going full tilt, but
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Francis ended up walking in after the group had gotten
Correct.
absent. Milliard got back to Melody's Rest and started talking about like, hey, what do we need to do?
Yep.
And largely it was a great deal of planning and waiting for the group to recollect. If I remember correctly, it ended with
One on the left, please, sir.
gentleness.
Thank you, sir.
Going out to visit Tom Zane in a different form.
So that was one of the things that occurred was Jen goes out. Somebody continues further on along the trail. And that was definitely an interaction for sure. Did that. Learned and talked about Dorian and Milliard and our good old friendly new brother Cormac going to visit Gillith, not knowing she was there, to try to figure out at the Bent Nail, who the owner is Diana. It's like, oh, they're gonna just have him here because they wanted a midwife present or somebody who could actually help or be there
Cormac had
to
to pay a
assist.
visit to his daddy.
Yeah. So, kind of figured out that, well, Cormac basically shared some information. So did everybody else who kind of walked there. And then, yeah, had an interesting conversation. Cormac stays there. You two were heading back towards, I believe, Melody's Rest. And Jen had a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, and the whole time I was like,
Tom Zane.
True.
yeah, the whole time I was like, yeah, Nix, you can keep it within the party. I trust them all. And I'm like, oh boy,
That is most certainly it. So, awesome. Okay. Well, did you guys make it back to Melody's Rest before we ended? I believe y'all were just about there. And then, oh, yes, you were there because I then asked y'all what rooms you were going to be in.
Yeah.
And then it was a brief discussion of why does that matter? It's like, well, that's very fair. So, y'all are in there.
For the second bomb.
What's that?
Second bomb.
Yeah, just in there. It's like, ah, look at
Please
this.
be in the Jason ones. Let's go ahead and get some new characters.
I'm gonna stay in the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
As
far away from-
fate as the turtle.
The turtle met with an interesting end, that's for sure. That is faux show. Okay, here we are back at it. So, you guys gonna bed down? Okay. Does Frank stay at Melody's Rest, or
No, Frank
he heads
had-
out, right?
He had left
When
maybe an hour
do the
after.
yeah? Okay.
Once he made sure that Ernest wasn't gonna like lose his mind or anything.
Right. So, okay. Good.
He had a rough go of it the last couple of days.
I mean, you know,
He's
they
gotta
haven't
go
been the
through a hiring
greatest,
process again.
but
I mean,
like, well,
that's- that's fun.
yeah, that's definitely a thing. So, let's see how loud this is, if at all. Here, try to get some music going, and then hopefully it'll play through the right place.
So, Gentleness figured out that Tom Zane is not Tom Zane. Or whoever spoke with.
Interestingly enough, you don't know that,
I mean,
but
And
maybe.
technically, we don't know that because if he died after, or maybe it was the thump that was him dying, who knows? But
Well, I mean, how do you ever really know if anyone's anybody?
Yeah, man. I don't know. So, yeah, if you're just not sure.
man with a dog.
That
Honestly,
is-
but a man about a dog.
True.
Indeed.
What's his face?
Oh yeah, Voss. Yeah.
Yeah, Voss.
Indeed, you guys have kind of picked up on there is some entity out there that's maybe alive, maybe not, in the shape of a dog. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? So that's kind of wild there.
dogs are evil.
And there's something, you know.
Dog meat.
They're definitely something. Yes, dog meat indeed. So, okay, Cormac, is there anything you want to discuss with EXA and Gillith while you all are there?
No, general sense is I'm trying to allude to, without warning Gillith, allude to Cormac, not Cormac, that's me. Allude to Yisei that, you know,
Let's see.
take the time you need to be able to move, but please vacate the city because I don't know if you're under attack or not while I deal with this. But outside of that, just spend some time because it's been a while with the family, and it might be a little bit longer before I can spend some time with Demi.
Yep.
And maybe go over some ideas with Hiese and Gillith about inventions to help with these situations. Mm-hmm. Because I'm very close to finalizing some of my things.
Well,
So.
Hiese being the more kind of calm, cool, collected, what you might call, Gillith was always very excited to see what you came up with, whether or not it be very simple things, the 4 simple machines, learning that and then building upon it. And so very excited with, as much energy as they have after literally what happened, but yeah, quite literally. Yeah. There's a little pumpkin there, a little baby. So
I was about to say, birth to a pumpkin would be quite interesting.
oh my god, like they just put the baby in the pumpkin, like, all right.
Uh-oh.
It's like the from Gordon, right? Or from what is it, Hell's Kitchen? It's a hen in a pumpkin.
Here's
So-
the pumpkin head.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man. Oh, that would be wild. So, okay. They would offer whatever assistance that they could. Being excited but being tired. Hiese still is kind of not reeling because that's not his style, but he got shot recently and he just didn't know how to handle that. Kind of what do you call it? It's not a crisis of conscience, but it's one of those, oh, I'm mortal, and like, now it matters more than literally ever. You pick up on that very well. Because normally, he's just all the time.
This is their actual child.
Hey, Frank, how's it going over there? Just go in. Oh. So, where was Frank off to?
He was heading back to his abode
Okay.
and would stop by 2 or 3 locations that have some subtle markings,
Mm-hmm.
just to check in and see if there was anything there for him from some of the side dealings.
So you do get from one, and it would be the last one. You're making your way through the streets. Kind of seems like same old, same old. Not a ton out there because right now you're doing some of this and some of that. Pretty standard. Nothing too different happening. But on the last one, there is something new, different. It'll be an envelope. It'll excuse me. It'll have some things in it. I can either say it aloud or I can just I can text it to you either way. But
Don't bother me.
okay. So what this says is, and I think you said you're barred first? Okay. So it won't be necessarily thieves can't, but it's something where a non-sleuth or what have you would be like, this is kind of
somewhat in code, but
a little bit, yeah.
not super refined.
Correct. This is effectively giving you, a time, which will be in 3 days. It's going to say basically the bridge across the world to Holiday Farm is where you'll find, or is where someone you're traveling with will find retribution.
Is it signed?
No, but you can make an investigation check.
Okay. It's gonna be pretty good because that was a nat 20, so we're gonna.
Was it really?
Yeah, we're gonna start the night off right. You say investigation. 24.
Okay. How do we honor the nat 20 here? So,
Give it to me.
yeah. Right.
Give him a very convincing lie.
God, man. Yeah, could you imagine? I don't know. Well, no, I could imagine. So,
Sign someone else's name and put their perfume on.
close. The perfume is what matters. It's the smell. It smells a little moldy.
Okay.
And by that I mean not black mold that you find in a dank space, but something that is a little more controlled.
Would it give him kind of vibes from the loose leaf?
It may. It very well may. And as you, so do you read it right there, or do you just take it and move on?
He would read it while walking, and then once he's read it, he'd destroy it.
Okay. How does he get rid of it?
So, he's got, let's see. Let's see if I got, vicious mockery is the letter to hell. No. He would,
You did to me.
as walking, kind of get out his tinderbox and.
Okay, sure. All right, so you light it up. It goes, and you head
Hold
towards.
it in his metal hand, so like he can just let it burn. while
Yes,
it's on.
yes, indeed.
Neat.
Yeah, someone walks by, it's like, sit there with just fire in your hand. But hilariously enough, the metal hand or metal arm thing isn't that far-fetched.
Yep.
So, all good with that. But you will make your way back to your abode and not really run into anything too wild. It's been a wild couple of days for you all. I believe, so this is the evening of Win, or Wednesday. So tomorrow it will be, I believe, I keep getting Friday and Thursday messed up, but Thursday is the Embades, and then Velis is Friday, and then of course Saturday. Because it's all right.
It's not Pigner Sticking Day.
I don't even think that's there anymore. So okay.
Pretty quick.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, like my Star Wars character on the official wiki. Has Ruben made an entry for not honky.
Honky region.
No, okay. Yep.
Frank would just spend a little bit of the evening kind of drafting up some notes and flyers specifically geared towards kind of talking up Milliard as an up-and-coming fighter.
Okay. When you're putting this out there, what places in the kind of city are you aiming at, or
So his common shtick is to get the letters written, and then he distributes them not himself but through other means.
Sure.
This guile others talking about someone that they've witnessed two impressive things. Specifically, he's going to capitalize on the event that happened at Melody's Rest, but he'll spin it to where it was Milliard that landed the shot.
do me a favor and make a deception or
forgery.
Or what is it? Yeah, either deception or you could do performance. But if it is a forgery,
He'd use deception for his forgery.
For sure.
Because he's proficient, so he's doing it in writings that would be from people from the dock ward, and maybe like one well-to-do individual that witnessed it that would gamble, named Bo Greenwood, that he'll use to then send out and kind of generate some hype around Milliard.
Milliard is my face.
Oh my, yeah, that's it.
21.
It is pretty believable. And interestingly enough, people don't have any cause to think that that's not the case. And Milliard is the kind of person who would shoot a legend in the face, however you choose to doll it up. So
that would be kind of like his first thing that he does before meeting back with the group, or heading at least to the Melody's Rest the next day would be in the morning, going and putting those in a couple of drop locations, and then
okay. How many do you send out?
Probably 4.
Okay. Cool. Trying to figure out spread, how far
So
they go.
he keeps it relatively localized to within the dock and trade.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
So he dropped probably like one off where I just blanked on the dockmaster's name.
Eugene.
Eugene.
Kind.
Yep. I was like going with Ernest, but I'm actually upset at Ernest in Memphis. So
Oh.
I was like, I know it starts with an E, but it was not Ernest. So he dropped it off to where Eugene would get a copy, where one of the immediate taverns off the dock.
So there's the Sapphire Serpent. If you wanted to do it at a named place, or it can be a different one as well. There's not too many.
I was like,
down
I can
there,
open up one note and find the one that would be in the dock ward.
Yeah, you're
But
good.
it's
You're
like
good.
that one where he'd have one drop off, and
Yeah.
he'd probably have someone run inside and get it to the tavern key.
That is who does your fights. Is Orinda, the blue dragonborn with the copper horn. And I said Yondu once, and James was like, no, yeah, their name's Yondu.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of shade and color of that. It's a little bit more orange, just a hair. But yeah, she would help you facilitate that and around town. And
then he'd have one of the notes, obviously not the one that is in Bo Greenwood's handwriting, show up at Bo Greenwood's place.
So the one not in his handwriting.
Correct. Yeah, he's not going to give Bo Greenwood his own handwriting talking about a fighter that he has no idea about.
It would be hysterical if he even realized it, It'd be one of those. He's just so excited to have a new, it kind of would have a bit of a beat of Tyson versus the Logan Paul.
And so it's not like naming a place or a time. This is all just kind of generating excitement around the name.
Yep.
Please let this be the first fight, though. This is Milliard versus the Mike Tyson or whatever.
Well, so there have been some before, potentially, because they showed up together. Let's be real. What are you gonna do? Now, if you're trying to get one of those set up and you do go to the Sapphire Serpent and try to speak with your contact there, you'd be able to try to get a timeline set up, right? How quickly could you do it? How much does the heat need to die down? Because there are more guards. There are more guards around, but the funny part is they're just not at Melody's Rest because there's no need to put more there, and that hasn't been really understood. But also, I'm upset.
He's not starting to get the actual fight details up. He's getting the initial thought of like, hey, we've heard about Milliard before. He's garnered now even more notoriety for what he's done against the hero Hiese.
Yep.
That way, when it is time, like Francis's thought is like, hey, when the fight is ready to go, or we find a suitable one that can more or less be controlled, it can be manipulated into. Yeah, correct.
So,
like the odds can be set and coin can be earned. So Eugene, Bo Greenwood, you said Orlando?
So Orinda.
Orinda. And she's with the...
So that is the Sapphire Serpent. She's basically the Ernest of the Serpent. It's a little bit more shady of an establishment.
Yep.
Their Cormac is half the size. So...
How many defensive posts so far it's been pretty much work.
And so I guess the last one that he would drop off would be At the loose leaf.
Okay, perfect. So remember loose leaf, 24/7.
Yeah.
It is 2 stories technically, but it's 2 stories like you see certain bookstores where there are a ring around it, or like a candy store, like in Willy Wonka, right, where there is a upper level, but it's not.
What's that?
To
the
do,
lady's name?
Which one?
At the loose leaf.
Thimble
Thimble. That's right.
homebrew.
I need to have this on.
Because she's a homebrew person.
Key. She's not listed in the
You got it.
window.
Special.
We did it.
Oh,
So-
she is.
Yep. That is the little mouse lady. So,
Yep.
if you're going to go there, they're going to, I mean, basically, when you get within,
He doesn't.
I would
drop,
say smell.
He does not drop off any of these personally. He
Right.
he hires somebody. Like he's looking at 5 copper. Like go drop this off at this spot.
The whomever you had do this, and of course it can be rando, Joe, Blow, whomever. You just kind of see him walking away with eating some Gouda.
Some Gouda.
Yeah, so basically it got dropped off. So
Controlled roll. Nice.
that's it, man. Got that blue cheese on it. So, got that there. Yep. All right. Well, funny enough, that's a long time. So,
Yeah, no,
you
that's
are cooking.
that's his evening is getting all that written up and then
Yeah.
sleeping, and then in the morning early going out and getting that distributed.
Understood.
So
Perfect.
he'd probably meet up at the
Gotcha. For
Melodies
brunch.
Rest
No rest
somewhere
for the
between
wicked.
like 11 and 12.
Yeah. Brunch. Perfect.
Yeah.
Ernest just has mimosas there for everybody. Yeah, you guys ready? Okay. Your evening into the morning, we're butting all that up. Anything specific while you're in Melody's Rest?
Would you say resting?
Cool. Bathe, and then
Important.
fall asleep.
Interestingly enough, you will be woken up.
Wake up rubbing the dice.
You will feel something heavy is basically sitting on the bed. And you look over,
Is it that ghost of that bloody turtle?
it is not the ghost of the bloody turtle. You will almost immediately see a large, half-orc, almost jet black skin, like the what's the thing called at the end of Underworld? The half vampire, half thing, right? Sitting there, but you know this entity. You've hung out with him for quite a long time before something. So, and they'll just be sitting there, and it's kind of.
Look, I just wanted to take a fucking nap. Oh, I can't keep my head fucking drowned in alcohol. Just make you go away. What's it you want from me now?
And I kind of stare off. No, we can't go.
What? Oh. Alright, hang on. Let me sit up here.
No.
Put the finger in my gut.
He lets you get up.
What's it you want from me? Look,
I'm trying to think to myself, do I just short my voice or my throat?
Yes. Commit.
Look, I can't just keep drinking that bloody flagon.
No flagging.
What's it gonna take to get you out of my head?
You gotta get that it out.
I don't even know what it is.
That's the point. And you were smarter than me.
Maybe a few years ago. It's gonna take me a minute to sober up. You and the others gonna come see me regularly if I'm not drunk.
I can't speak for them.
he'll look around the room to see if anybody else is in there.
Oh, they're all just standing there. All of them, but
All of them but what?
That's his name.
because they're well.
Correct.
No, you have not met the Thrycreen yet.
No.
They
The new side of
Oh no, they're around.
I know.
They are in this world somewhere. I freaking promise. And
If they're ever introduced, allow me.
oh no, we'll
Yeah.
we'll make a little music like old times. You'll see the crew. If you want to describe them, you most certainly can. At least what folks may or may not see, and I will fill in.
Oh, they won't see.
Huh?
They would not see.
I understand. However, if you just want them to be nameless entities, that's fine.
Yeah, for right now.
No worries. I've described it, I think, 2. and one is something that really annoys.
Well, yeah, we've got a noise and a jet black orc.
Mm-hmm.
Look, yeah.
Melody's Rest.
I just had
I
2
don't think
days
so,
ago.
yeah.
So I'll tell. That's all.
Yep.
Look, 2 days ago I saw a man lose his friend, same way I lost you.
Was it the same way?
I mean, the impact probably felt the same. I can't.
So, one of these entities will walk over on the bed, look like it doesn't shift at all, and just kind of like, just sit on you. I don't think you're thinking this through. But whenever have you ever?
We used to do a lot of thinking.
You know they're coming.
Who's coming?
Yeah.
Man at the door.
Ding. Oh my!
My meal.
If somebody did it. Oh.
There's a man at the door.
We're gonna go nuts. Oh my goodness gracious! I literally thought it was just gonna be a random ass doorbell, and I was like, "This is unsafe."
I'm good at what I have to do. Look,
That would be wild.
Losing you lot was definitely tragic. Don't think I can't. I don't think about it every day. But I can't keep drinking to keep you guys quiet.
Why do you have to do that? At
Because
all?
because you're all very loud. Haven't had a drink tonight, and here you are.
We're
my
loud?
fucking room.
We're loud.
Yeah. Drinking makes the voices stop.
What was loud was the shot heard around the world.
Yeah, what shot was that?
The one you missed.
Oh.
to be collected in the annals of history.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Look.
We gotta wait. I become the orbiter. Let's go nuts.
I know there's no point in me asking you all that. We can work together. At least.
Oh, you wanna get our assistance?
I mean, no, because I'm probably going to end up owing you something. I owe something to a bloody fucking mouse. And whoever's still awake is hearing Milliard.
No, I 100% had just Ernest walking by, hearing that like full conversation and just keeps going. 100%
I don't
because
know
of
what
that.
else I'd owe you if you asked for something from me.
What in the world would we want from you? We're here forever.
I guess it means to join you all in the great beyond. Which I'm not fucking doing. You can sit in a stool and spin. Look, like I said, your passing is tragic. And he starts guzzling down from the flask. But I can't. Whatever I've got to do now, in order to, I don't know, vengefy you, I don't know. But I can't have you noodling up in my head, distracting me. And he like jiggles his.
We're not distracting you.
Well, you distracted me from fucking sleeping. I haven't slept unless I've been knocked out in a bloody street fight.
Yeah, that's your doing.
I'd say it's your doing. and he like keeps guzzling booze.
Well, the one that you all know what they look like.
Good to see you.
And as they kind of fuck off.
No, burp.
You alright in there? Sorry, I'm doing a terrible earnest. Hey, stop it. Just kidding. He's not gonna give you
glass of milk.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they walk off like, don't know about that. You, like, you've leaned up, look over to the side. You'll finally see the bed go back after a moment.
You know, like,
Things
look
slow
to-
a little bit.
Look to his flagon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, uncork it.
What is the flavor of the day today?
Needs to be something like a Pilsner.
Well,
Like,
it
as,
does.
As they were talking, he's like,
Oh yeah.
chugging. Give me that.
He has a little thing on the bottom that he undoes so he can shotgun it, and then he puts it back afterwards. So, okay.
Well, sorry about your tragic passings, but yeah, can't sleep just yet.
Yeah, the warmth that they kind of did protrude a little bit, like something's there, right? It feels a little bit more than psychosis, but you can feel them because they sat on you, but it's not like you can go grab them and engage with them and whatnot, but more subtle, kind of like what's it called? Paranormal activity. Little tiny things that, hey, these might or might not be here. Who knows?
Like,
So.
be looking around the room for things that may have moved. If like his sword's still there, like his pistol.
It'll be one of those where, what's the movie with Michael J. Fox and the ghosts that are like goofy and stuff?
Freighters.
So it's one of those where like they just move things around to mess with you, and that's it. There's no danger or anything like that.
Don't collect it all.
But yeah, it'll be like everything's stacked in the very center, like at another tavern. But that is you, and you'll go to sleep unless
He'll
there's
try,
anything else you
he'll
want
try
to
to go to sleep. He'll probably have to end up drinking a lot.
do. Actually, no,
Sleep.
it's not as much as you might think. So you'll go in for one, and you're like, there's a little bit more control, right? So, what is Sam up to?
Sam is headed toward the docks.
Okay. I believe it would be, we're kind of going a little timey-wimey just in regards to everybody doing wrapping up the evening. They will make it towards there. Not really any sort of altercations or anything. Not going to be any, like, what are you doing? It is still kind of lit. Like, remember, like I said, this place is lit up. Like, there are what you would kind of assume is like New York, where there's just light almost all the time. But it is in the sky pitch black. So all the normal sights and sounds and whatnot are there. You kind of get a nice breeze off of the coastline, and you make your way towards the dock.
What time is it?
So right now it's going to be, bless you, it's probably, I'd say around 10ish, maybe closer to 11.
Bring him into this.
No.
We need this. That's 2 away from Ruben's number, but I will not. Because last time I mentioned him, almost got into a fight, so we'll leave it alone today.
And I'm going to. Are all of the docks there together?
Yes. So the way that is laid out, if bring up the old map. Does this have the other map in there, like my little shouldn't say janky one, but that's kind of what it is. Until I get it more laid out.
I don't.
It might not be, and that is okay. But so here, the other thing that I have is more rough sketch, but I have more control over it. There's the big long dock, right? So kind of right this way, and then you have several other smaller ones. That big dock is for Casimir, the big cruise ship.
Yeah.
The other ones they are connected because it's make it easy for trade and travel and whatnot.
Okay, well, I'm looking for Thursday Street Dock and Barra Street Dock. Is that there?
Say those one more time.
I'm looking for Embarrass Street Dock.
Okay.
Is that there? Do I know where that is?
Should be. Yeah. You get that. So. Oh. Okay. So. You will having engage with Eugene and maybe even engage with like this place. That date and that dock. You'll see that's in a manifest somewhere. And those are correlating. That's not one thing. Does that make sense?
So I'm here on the wrong night.
That's it.
Got it.
But
Then
you'll
I'm
get
not
down
gonna
there.
do that.
No, I get you. Me right good. But that right there, because I was like, oh yeah, this is great. I love that. That is also in reference to something that y'all have already heard, which was the domestique.
Yeah. Okay.
Similar to that.
Okay, I
Similar.
wondered.
But no, you are good. That is down there, and you should be like, Sam, what the hell are you doing down here? Get out of here.
Okay, then it's not Sam anymore.
No
It's
worries.
Gentleness.
You got it.
And she's gonna head home.
Okay.
Duck in there for a little bit, and then not very long, just long enough to like gather some stuff, and then head back to Melody's Rest.
Before you leave,
If that dog is there, I want to see that dog too.
the dog's there when you go in. Do you engage with it beforehand?
Yeah.
Okay. So dog will be hanging out there, just kind of, and then it stops because it knows you know the facade, so it stops kind of acting like the thing, and it goes, hey, it kind of will nod like.
Can you understand me? I'm taking that as a yes. Great. If you can. Oh, I'm not doing the accent. If you can, I just want you to know that I'm curious, and that's really all. At this point, would love to know what's going on. Honest. I don't mean you any harm. I don't mean your creator, I don't mean boss any harm. I just am interested.
So kind of do the, I don't know who that is, like tilt.
Is he not your...
It's funny, I'm doing facial expressions like this thing can do the same thing, but it's kind of doing the, little turns. It's like, bum.
Okay, maybe I assumed wrong. That's on me. I'll try to come back another time
Sits back on his little launch.
and talk to you some more in a way that we can actually converse. I'm a little pressed for time at the moment, but just know if you need anything, let me know.
It'll open its mouth. And you see just a faint light in there. When you said you need anything, it was,
Horrible. Well, I can arrange that if you'd like.
So, in this instance, it's actually go ahead and do an animal handling, or you can do an insight check.
I'm just gonna. Let me make sure I have another spell.
Sure.
It's nighttime. I'm just gonna.
No worries.
I do. I'm just gonna do speak with animals.
Okay. I was gonna say, I mean, it is 10 minutes, but like you said, you're pressed for time. So if you wanted to ritual cast it,
No, I'm just gonna do
You got it.
Listen, if something goes down now, it's never happened.
Don't say it to a DM.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. You want to go down right now? No, I'm just kidding. So, okay. You cast it. Is it manifesting similar to the last time? How you kind of getting down and dirty?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It goes. You know, you kind of start to kind of hear a few more things, just rats or birds, kind of just in the distance. It feels like less of a you just open the channels, and then it's like, hi,
What do you need?
that.
What?
I don't know how to say it any better.
What? Can you?
Do you want me to show you?
Sure.
It's gonna open its mouth, and it's gonna. Well,
You're hungry.
and you no longer can understand it.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, that's not helpful. So glad I could help.
Well, and it's gonna walk off.
All right. Well, come back again later, I guess. I'll have more spells tomorrow.
It'll look back and.
And then she'll go inside.
Okay.
You know what? Information is information.
That quick. So what? I was like, yes, go and beat the
I'm
dog.
gonna counterspell dog as the spell magic dog.
And some.
Except like bazooka.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
How many cuts?
Ooh, man.
It's hurting like, whoa.
God, man. That's
Okay, let's
freaking
do it.
wild.
I always have a pet.
I'm talking about the fucking pig.
Oh. He's not my pet. And I think he'd hate that, actually.
I don't know. You can ask.
You should,
We'll see.
You should say that to him.
Yeah, it'd be great,
Next
man.
time, when we
Well,
see him, you should say that to him.
If you show up with a pig, what do you think my first thing is gonna be?
What's up, bacon?
Oh no. But yes.
Oh no, but yes.
I'm beginning to understand more where we're going with this.
I think that's the type of things eat nonstop.
Pig.
Yeah, there's like a pig that like dead, so long as you don't break its bones. They get to kill it every day for Valhalla and eat at night, and then it reforms in the morning.
I don't know.
That's what I'll be eating. It's pretty cool. As long as you don't break its bones.
You hop inside. Pick up whatever you might need and whatnot. It feels very strange as you turn to leave. It's a warmth, something you may not have felt in a while. You feel a little drowsy. No. And you hear a voice behind you. Say, come find me.
Like inside my home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn around.
Nothing.
Do I recognize the voice?
No. It is female. It's a little bit lower. It had a very melodic timbre, as though it might lull you to somewhere.
Okay.
And then as you turn around, do you do any investigations or perceptions or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't know if
Okay.
around. Was anyone in here?
You most certainly can try to see, or hear, or even feel.
Taste. Bay
That one's not my job. That's someone else's job. I'm doing
Whichever one you prefer. It can be either perception, to just kind of take stock of the room. It can be an investigation. You've cleaned so many kinds of spaces and gotten into so many kinds of things, you know kind of where nooks and crannies are. Up to you.
well, my perception is higher.
Cool.
So I'm going to do that. It's a 20.
It's a 20. With a 20, you will see the outline of somebody.
Still in here?
Think about it like, you know how you kind of see something out of the corner of your eye? And the second you look at it, it goes away. Almost like the blood vessels in your eyes. You can never like look directly at them. They kind of have that same look about them. Billowing kind of cloak. If you looked, you can tell from the angles because wearing different kinds of clothing and whatnot. If you looked at them directly, you probably couldn't see their face. It's all covered. And it's the only thing you can see of them that is actually what makes it appear not to just be like a ghost, literally like a Pac-Man ghost, is a foot out from beneath the cloak. And it's bare, very pale.
Do I...
And with a 20, you know this is a more petite thing, like in regards to if this thing had a gender. You probably would think it's female.
Okay, so like shorter than me?
No, just thin and light, I should say,
Okay.
Thin frame.
Do I... Well, you gotta give me some direction. I'm not sure I know.
I'm at the edge.
Edge of... What?
Dreams.
Oh, well, can I go to sleep back at Melody's Rest and talk to you? Do I have to stay here?
I don't know if that would be wise.
Go back to Melody's Rest?
Try to bring me there.
Well, I can't just... Okay. Am I gonna wake back up?
I never know.
What's in this for me?
Everything.
You gotta be more specific than that.
Do I?
I get a break?
You can have whatever you want when you're asleep.
That's not always true. Okay. Do I have to do it now? Can I go?
They just kind of
All right.
stand in there. They turn, and as though it appears like they walk through a door, like just liminal space.
Okay. Well, I can't remember if she said she would be back. She didn't?
Well, this thing.
Oh.
Not specifically.
I-
You mean Jim?
Yeah, at Melody's Rest.
I do believe they thought. I thought I remember you saying yes, because they had to take care of something. Their friend, make sure that they're okay, and grab something from their domicile, I believe.
Okay, then she'll just say to the room, just make sure I'm awake before dawn, yeah? And she'll go...
That feeling is gone.
I know, she's not talking to her.
Okay.
They come in here. That's on you, okay? And she'll lay down and go to sleep.
Okay.
She'll wrap her gift first. She's
Okay.
gonna make it and then wrap it.
Nice.
And then,
Ireland.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm wrong every time.
Well, this is, You pick high is good or high is bad, whatever.
Still won't change the fact you're wrong, but
That's it.
Okay, high is good.
10's not great, but it is what it is. Okay. I was gonna say like, oh,
Bat in the 1,000.
you peacefully go to sleep.
for
how
wake
long?
up
No
again.
one knows. No.
We'll find out next
Well,
campaign.
if I don't wake up in time,
There it is.
we're gonna have words.
All right. Morning time is here. It is in Bodice. I believe there is one day, like you have today, and then tomorrow is the meeting. So, just a heads up. If you'll blow through this day, it's gonna be it'll be a fun one. So, just a heads up there. We know what Frank is up to. Cormac, you said you're gonna take a little bit longer to get back to Melody's Rest.
I'm going to meet at the time I told them I'm going to meet, but
Yeah.
I had told them to say, family's not coming now.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. All right. What is Nick's up to in the morning? Because you're only down for, what, a few hours, right? So when it gets to be about, 3 a.m., what's old Dorian up to?
Well, that time he would have polished his swords and sharpened a little bit. Probably had Ari out is anyone in that room with him, or is he just chatting?
Ari would be like, just sensing insanity over there. Straight up, because there's movement.
There are things on the floor.
Oh yeah, no, he can 100% feel. Even the stronger you get, I'm just gonna let that just do whatever, because that's just the coolest thing in the world to me. You got it. You got it right where I want it. So yeah, no, real thing. And if you do the kind of swap, it's not perfect. Like, it's not Daredevil level where it's raining, but you're like, what's going on in there? Kind of a deal. So you get that as you are polishing the sword. Do you have the curtains open while you're doing this? Yeah. Okay. Moonlight's gonna almost find it. It's going to be. I'm not sure if anybody saw the moon a couple of days ago, but it's like that level. It is. Whoa! It's bright. You kind of get a sense over the sword. The simple act of caring for it is. It feels good. It's as sharp as it ever was.
This is more just a little ritualistic.
Well, yeah. So this right here, it almost seems like it's kind of the moon, the light kind of forms a little bit with it too. And you now know there are entities in the town. Of course, you would have known this already, but now it's just, hey, the players know. There's somewhere you can go and get it looked at too if you ever wanted to do anything with it. Because I think Ernest would have probably mentioned to y'all, or whomever was at Melody's Rest at that evening, they're going to go and talk to Faye and Smith to go pick up some things that they're just going to help them out a little bit more, because you kind of got the sense that Ernest is he's going to have a heavy hand in the very near future. So we'll see if I can just get him full on, just full tilt. So we'll see what happens. But you go through nightly things. You also will hear music. not earnest. It's not him plucking the lute, the lyre and whatnot. You've heard this voice before. It's just off in the distance. Almost, feels almost Disney-esque, right? It's one of those, it's dead of night. People can hear a voice, and it's just very soothing and kind of brings a little bit of a chill. And you basically know well, for one, this is who this is. This is Doris, right? Kind of broadcasting out. And where to meet them, it'll be an evening thing for the meeting. So give you all ample time to do the stuff and the things. So anything else during that night?
No. I'll just send her a lovely song this evening. Kind of wait to go to bed until it would be a reasonable amount of time for me to be awake before
Yep.
Ernest would be awake.
Oh man, so he has been around, the block a couple of times, but that is a very, very good point. And also, y'all will not hear him stirring too soon. But it's one of those. This man's in his 60s, and it's 4:30. And he has guests over, and he's up at the crack of dawn, making food and making coffee. Made some coffee. It's like, I didn't want to be up right now. So, but in a very nice way. He does tell, since you're up and, you'll engage him in a way that's not going to, go nuts, that he's going to have, I was going to say tryouts. I can't get that out of my head. Where the Joker snaps the thing, like, we need more crew members. You want to work at Melody's Rest? Survive, kind of a deal. So he will have...
More appropriate now.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way, right? So I believe, I'm going to butcher the names, but Linvala and so the two husband and wife bartenders are going to actually interview people there at Melody's Rest. You can do that off session. We might do an interview later, or somebody just come in and like, y'all got a job? But we'll see. But you're like, nope. That would be hysterical. Quiet night. People are kind of coming in. This is into the morning. I can't want to say Lamvala. That's a magic card. I'm going to find that lady's name really, really quickly. What time does Milliard wake?
You probably wake up at like 8 or 9.
All right. Y'all got a few hours before your companion arises. You're out until about 11 or noon, waiting for those mimosas. Okay.
Or hold it.
No worries.
He's got the divot up there.
In case it falls forward, it can go into the dent.
Oh my goodness gracious. So, you gonna get up. Gilith looks fine.
Oh yeah.
Very much, what you would assume high level magical person. They're up, ready to go. Demi is in an adorable, little like swaddle kind of a little gown thing. Everything is super fine in regards to silks and materials and everything. Blue and silver obviously is the motif. Edie will look at any of you all and like, oh yeah, there it is. Gilth will be up and presumably you have not put your armor on yet.
Yeah.
You're not a psychopath who doesn't try to sleep like Bayor, who
Well, I mean,
is up
technically,
forever,
there's no rules against sleeping in arm anymore, but I'm not going to do it with this group.
yeah, for sure. Good to know, eh? So, be up, you've seen kind of the mom thing before in regards to they've had another child that wasn't with y'all for very long, but Gil knows all the things. I just sleep.
Slept good. How about you?
I was out cold. Bringing
Don't
her
get,
in.
don't get used to that.
My children sleep.
Did Cormac have to change the tar poopy?
Oh my god, I don't remember that shit.
Oh man, those shits are
I mean,
insane.
Cormac would do it.
No, I'm not saying that it's not about
He's
the
had
act
to deal
of
with
doing
dead
it.
bodies.
It's not the act of doing it. It's who Demi represents is one of those that was never a thing. It's not a part of their life. But yeah, they're a baby. So, but that's what magic's for. Presentation.
Those actually aren't the ones that you worry about because they're odorless. It's just sticky tar. It's once they actually start digesting food, then it's terror.
I feel like I made a mistake.
Yeah.
Going for real life.
Yep. I synced it with good old Cassidy. So, my niece. My sister was freaking the hell out, and it was great. Like, when does it stop? And I'm like, it's so funny, man.
I have a glint in my eye. It doesn't reach my I'm not smiling, but there's a smile in my eyes when I ask putting your kids to sleep with magic. Is that a thing? Is that allowed?
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely. You instantly confirm the sleep spell. And they don't got no. Was it 5d8?
Well, it's new. Is it new now?
Well, now it's a
Babies and elf,
save.
right?
They've changed it. But
Yeah, Demi is technically an elf.
meditate.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Demi's technically a little
Oh
elf, baby.
crap! You can't even put him to sleep that way. Shit.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Indeed. Yes.
But no.
Sleep with 0 HP.
Ooh. But, so, they'll be there. ESA will come in with some Braftus. A large hearty meal because they're going to leave, right? It's going to be one of those, all right, cool. It'll be breakfast at Diana's, not Tiffany's, so, different place, but hey, it's all good. So, they're going to ask, what are you going to do? Why aren't you coming with us? This will be Gillith sitting there.
I gotta take care of what happened. It's kind of my responsibility to protect them, and I messed it up. Granted, I wasn't expecting that to happen, but it is what it is. And on top of that, if who I suspect is in charge of it, I need to deal with that sooner rather than later.
What happened and who do you think's in charge of it? It's not that terrible singing man.
I've never heard him singing, but I'm sure he's terrible at it because he's a terrible person.
Hiese leans over and says, "It's the sword that sings."
Good to know. I want to make a note. How do I break magic items? But anyway, his thing. I don't know. I don't have any real proof. We've kind of been spinning our wheels, but it's just it happened. We found out that he's adjacent to it, and people I know are dead. And until I figure out if it's aimed at me, I can't just bury my hand in the sand because it's a good way to get killed.
You kind of see a moment of the Vietnam flashback thing with talking about sand. With the oh man, yeah, it gets everywhere. So they Hiese will kind of put his glasses up, think for a second, holding the bridge of their nose. When you figure it out, how are you going to let us know? Does she need to ascending every day? And she's just like, I don't mind.
I mean,
The hair now being very thick, very blonde. Mm-hmm. Of course, nothing new to you, but completely different looking.
Whatever
Very
makes you feel comfortable. I wouldn't mind it, and I'll let you know if we figure it out and if it's what I suspect, and maybe it's nothing. I mean, let's be real. I haven't been active. I picked a job like that for a reason. He could have come at me 1,000 different ways by now, and he hasn't. So I could be overreacting, but it's not every day that happens.
Yelith will put her hand on your arm. This is happened 1,000 times. It's not about making us comfortable, it's making sure you're safe.
What? No.
But just so long as you remember that.
Yep. You can do it.
Scratch your beard. Because funny enough, she's blonde now, like you are, right?
Yep.
So it's one of those.
But no, you can most certainly do it. It'll at least make me feel better too, knowing that y'all. I'm hearing from you guys too, but don't freak out. Like I said, I could be overreacting. It could have. I mean, just from the basics, just from what we know, it may just be a mistake. It should have gone to a freaking boss, and it accidentally hit us instead. That makes much more sense, but you know, the alarm bells in the back of my head are going off with Ezekiel's involvement.
Who would want to do that though?
I mean,
It's been long enough, right? Like, and how do they even know this is going to work against them? He's a machine.
I saw it dissolve metal.
Okay. And it changed living things.
Mm-hmm.
Did it dissolve the metal?
Somebody threw an explosive at it, but it was just fire.
Oh.
Well, it left no trace. Like, it's one thing for I see burnt metal, but the metal's gone. That's not how a bottle of whiskey blowing up reacts.
Okay.
Or gunpowder reacts.
Magic whiskey.
Well, I was going to... when you describe it to them,
It's the gunpowder that,
Okay, so an explosive with a magical device reacted in a way that left no trace. I don't see that as implausible. And it's funny because to me, Gilith is the more magical one. He is the fighter, the swordsman, and and so they're just kind of going through their head, right? Because she's shown you some magic before. You've seen it happen. You've never had a scrape or a bruise or a whatever for longer than like 10 seconds. It's like, no. So they're going through it and... all I heard was the pain. I was like, okay. Indeed. So, like, well, if it was for them and it just went to the wrong spot, okay, that's easy. You know where it came from, most likely, because you wouldn't be here unless you had enough facts to make an action.
Yeah,
But
one or two options it came from.
what are they?
The farm via the boat, or it got replaced at a warehouse. And with Tom Green's warehouse, I explained that.
Tom Green's.
It just is the little
Greenwood.
a little gnome, Tom Green. Like, I don't see the little Baron over there. Cormac. Where's the little Baron? Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious.
We, from what
need
we
to talk to
understand, Tom's we're supposed to pick it up from.
No, I'll go talk to Demi, and I will go and give him a piece of our mind. Bo, he's not as.
I'm not worried about Bo.
But he said it came from the warehouse.
I'm more worried about him being used as a tool. If it's Bo. But my point is it's one of those two places. That's where the shipment was supposedly picked up, but we also got some evidence that it came off of a boat.
Okay.
So, we're thinking about heading down to the farm, checking it out, seeing if anything's going on there.
Okay.
And then, we'll let you know. But
Well, I'll send you every other day. It's not like I'm pestering you, but...
you can send me over there. That way I can check up on Demi.
Okay. Well, she's very excited, and of course, it's like, she's just going, make a perception check for me real quick,
What's that?
please.
as I'm making this perception check that I'm going to fail, make sure that you don't teach Demi how to cast sending until she can form complete sentences, please. Because not too bad. 18 for 17.
You're looking down at Demi as you're like, like talking at you.
I shouldn't have slapped.
And even like, you fooled me. Oh my goodness. You look down. The faintest. No, I'm going to text this to you. Mm-hmm. So, the faintest of a faint, but.
We're doing text or Discord.
Oh, that's probably smarter. I can type that probably a little bit faster. But that will occur, and then they'll have the plan. They'll say whatever is convenient for you because she's up all the time. You say being a spirit folk of the water, not in this world really. They're very much like elves and almost infinite in regards to what they are. But
if I mention pineapple, my thoughts aren't safe. We're dealing if we're dealing with Duda, or whatever the equivalent of favorite pineapple is.
No, yeah, they would.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, they're going to tell you because they're thinking about something for longer than they normally will be like, they're going to have some words of wisdom, but it's more kind of crazy grandma from Hey Arnold vibe, right? Kill the umpire kind of deal, like when she gets going. Think about in a moment in which you think is your last, that pineapple gets split in half.
Okay.
It's going to take some amount of mental acuity, and she's kind of walked you through some spells and this, that, and the other. Just think about that. Don't do anything else, and I'll be there.
Okay. Just so Isaac's understanding, when we say pineapple, we're talking about the person who's actually doing the deed. I'm imagining them being split in half.
I'm thinking about it.
What's happening is you're just thinking of something
Gotcha.
almost like, I don't know if y'all have ever thrown an apple at a fence.
It's oddly specific.
It really is, because it's only happened to me
What's
once.
that slashing fruit game?
Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja, yeah.
Much better example. I'm going to continue on with my apple story. We had a little tree in the backyard, and the apples never gotten any bigger than anything, really. Size of maybe a little bit bigger than a golf ball. Nothing you would eat or make into anything that I was aware of. And one day, used to play baseball, and it was super fun. Threw it, chain link fence. It cuts right in half, like you would, like an anime, and it's a bullet or something. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what's in my mind. So you do, it just splits, and there you go. You can even think about literally somebody chopping it, but just so something that where y'all are at usually it's around for sure. So they will bid you adieu, shower you with affection.
Or ask them to let me know when they get to wherever they're going.
Yeah, that'll be our first sending, Gilith will say. And the biggest spell book you've ever seen. Obviously, you've seen it before, but picks the glasses off of Casey. Haven't done that in a minute. Then she'll go and find sending. Demi is in Casey's arms, like takes the glasses from Gilith, puts them on, and it's just an adorable little moment. And they will send you off. So
I'll go for the shake hand and then pull him into a hug. And while I'm hugging I'm like, no more stupid bets.
Hey. In that same kind of embrace. I didn't have you saying this, you know this. So, y'all will depart. You've been up. Ernest tells you the gist. Usually been.
Great.
Oops.
Sweet. I don't even know what was missed. That's great.
As you know, brothers, go sleep out of your eyes. I'm not sure if you've ever seen the movie Signs. There is a moment that is freaking terrifying. Something is in a cornfield, and all you see is the leg, and the leg it's dark. It's nighttime. They drop their flashlight. They can't see it. They pick their flashlight back up, and the leg goes into the corn. That's what you see, effectively. That foot you saw earlier goes.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Hey, it didn't work. I'm assuming that's your fault.
You hear and receive nothing.
Fine, I'll try again tomorrow, I guess. Well, yeah, it's not dawn then. No.
It's actually, you feel great. But your day is ruined. So it'll be like at 10 o'clock.
Ow, ow.
So, you can hear the standard rigmarole of outside. Dogs are kind of barking. Carts are going by. You can hear this, that, and the other. And there's just the...
Is that what I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
Hey! Idiot. The fuck were you supposed to be doing?
One of my buddies, I woke him up once, and I put my hand under his chin, and his eyes were like... So just... Before... This thing is having to become again.
She do something to you?
They're gonna lap up on their mouth blood. You know that thing didn't eat anything.
Uh-huh.
And it... And it just lays back down.
You feel better at least?
You know what the motion is that it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
We've all had pets, right?
He would be so offended.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh. So, right. So
You see a corpse that's only partially digested, but you see on it like a viscous... Get out of here. Oh, so a viscous sort of a thing. You didn't really notice it when you were pulling, or when just whatever was happening, but it didn't like that. Or more so, it didn't like what happened.
yeah.
And it's kind of like... You've seen mummies before.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what this corpse is now.
Okay. Is it a corpse I recognize?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Is it?
No, actually, this thing, at this point in time, there's no face. It's almost just like bone. That's about how shrunken and dilapidated it is.
Okay. Is this yesterday's guy? Okay, well, she give you this? We need to.
Yeah, he's gonna try to do the back down again.
Okay. Fuck. It's the worst day. She'll dismiss him. Snap her fingers. Was that him or? Okay.
It doesn't happen in the usual way.
Does he go?
Yeah.
But it seems bad.
It doesn't seem what we'll say is usual.
Okay. She'll bring him back. Does he come back? No?
Mm-mm.
Can I hear him?
Make a perception check.
24.
You hear very faint breathing before finally, and they'll reconstitute.
Okay.
And will take in the biggest sigh you've ever heard, like the biggest breath in, I should say. And they'll be like, you tried to kill me.
Fuck, I did.
Well, there's no other. And a big, and you can smell it. It's almost like a kind of a rush of wind, like a gust, and like something did that. And it'll almost like the SpongeBob thing. All right, get out of here. And they're gonna.
Where are you going? Where do you think you're gonna fucking go? She'll dismiss him again.
So it turns inside out.
He doesn't go?
Mm-mm.
Oh, fuck you. To not you, to him.
No, I'll take it either way. It's great. So
I'm
as
never
you
cursing at actual people, okay? I wouldn't know.
No. This is the challenge. I'm the GM here. We're going for it. No. So it is going to though. As you're like fuck you, it kind of raised the tension and raised the energy.
He goes?
Yes.
Did I do that?
It feels a little bit more normal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You rolled a 10, not me.
I know. I'm not ever calling her Hilo again.
I'm just kidding. But yes, they will go away, but it is definitely later in the day. And something is in your home.
Yeah. How do I...
I love it.
Okay, before I answer the door, can I just ask,
Yeah.
how do I feel? Do I feel like all of my efforts the past few days have been reversed?
Actually, no.
Okay,
No.
great.
You actually feel really well rested. Efforts are not in vain, but something's weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's messed up. It doesn't feel very good. But the problem is, it's a weird offset, right? Because you have this fully rested kind of like, we've all had these mornings. You're ready to go. You're gonna take on the world. The energy, though, is being put to these strange things. Put to things that you're like, okay, this is awesome. Why are you doing this? Or why is that happening? You know, this, that, and the other. So,
Okay.
you never know.
And then one more question before I answer the door.
Mm-hmm.
What? So I'm imagining as a tenement, it's like maybe 2 rooms.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, this can be however you want it to be set up. It's totally fun.
Okay, like this is a tiny. There's no kitchen in here.
Yeah, like not even a 1 bed. It's just a studio kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I open the door, they'll see what has happened. So.
Who would think they might see what happened?
Yeah. So. Okay. So she's sitting on her
This
bed.
isn't what it looks like.
My God, like don't mind them.
This is a science project.
Oh yeah.
Fuck,
You
there's
will
like a whole
feel
thing.
a like.
I hate him.
Just toe tap, very light.
Okay.
That.
She's gonna
Just
lay
gets
back
it.
down on her bed and then roll out of it, hit the floor as loud as she can, and then scream.
I'm gonna need a performance check
Cool.
or
It's gonna be
deception, one of the two.
Real bad. You said performance or deception?
It can be either one because the act of you're putting on the show works just as well as I'm trying to be a little sneaky because you're also having to get back in the bed and come out and all this stuff. So
Okay. I'm gonna use my brush.
okay,
It's almost a 20. 14.
okay.
And after she screams, she'll like scramble up and
I don't know what you're hiding in there, but you're not fooling me.
well, she's gonna get up and go to the door.
Yeah, they rolled an nat 20 on their perception. Don't worry, this isn't what you think it is.
I don't know what I think it is. She'll open
Yeah,
the door.
yeah. And you wake up. It's dawn. No, did you wake like you asked?
You. All right.
said you
So I
wanted-
just had.
The boar, like
Uh-huh.
you said this.
Thanks.
You want this.
Yeah, I do. So great. Thank you. I just had.
Ugh, it burps. And you get that same rush, but nothing happens.
I just had a dream. You see any of that?
What?
The dream. You accused me of trying to kill you. Okay. All right.
Big old tusk, like,
Don't have to do all that.
you didn't have to have a bad dream.
I know I didn't have to.
It gets upon its hind legs, does it? So it,
Praise the sun.
yeah.
I think it was that strange woman.
What?
When we got home, you fell asleep.
I did not.
You did. Before we even got in the door.
How did I get in here?
Walked, I presume.
You said I went to sleep before we got in here.
Didn't you? I don't know if you followed me in. I don't know what's real right now. So we can't have this conversation.
Come here. It's gonna get your hand. And it's gonna be real. You go take a point of damage. Yeah. Maybe a little more.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You take 12 points.
Your level
there.
1, like, what's your max HP right now?
9.
Okay. Your hand is hurt very, very badly, but you're gonna keep it.
Okay.
It didn't really like crush anything, but it's one of those, you just skewered my hand right here.
How many points of damage? 4. Okay.
This is real.
This is the worst day. And that's saying a lot, actually.
And it tries to lap up the blood from the hand. Kind of gives you an interesting look. You can do an insight check if you would like.
Yeah.
Finger looking good.
Brian Baird, Jesus.
7.
A 7?
Uh-huh.
He's just being him. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. But, no, he goes. You can kind of, you've interacted with this thing for a long time. You've seen a lot of its mannerisms and stuff. The people were just enough. But
Keep pushing your fucking luck. She'll start wrapping her hand. She'll get up and...
he turns and walks away.
You want to try to get one before we get back? Yeah, I figured. All right.
No, that's it looking you up and down.
What's going on with you? You have your own dream?
I'm gonna have to do an intelligence. I don't dream, you know this.
I don't know that, and you could be lying.
I don't lie.
Yeah, you
So-
do. Both. You can do both.
It just turns flippantly.
Okay, she wraps her hand and gets her little gift and gets her stuff and
Okay.
they'll head to. She'll dismiss him
Okay.
and then. Is it fine? Does it work? Okay.
Works perfectly. And the hand looks a little bit discolored, but you gain a hit point back an hour.
Okay, does the discoloring go away?
No.
What color?
It would be more brownish.
Okay.
So, but, a simple glove will do.
She'll, yeah.
Yeah,
She'll
make your way back.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Did you want to make any stops on the way? You going right to it? Because if it's at dawn, it's no problem. You'll get there in like, I don't know, 30 minutes at the longest, if you have to go around any, not processions, but, just doing the normal rigmarole of people. Like, because this place is hustling and bustling, because you got to make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah. No one's really alone right now, right? Like walking through the city. It's not.
Oh, yeah.
People are kind of
Well,
everywhere.
that's the deal. It's right now while I was going to say the one of 8 suns. No, as the sun's coming up, just go banana through it.
fucking system.
Not right now. Now, if you were looking to
You get one
finagle
night
that,
a
you could. But it's something where normally right now it's not that they're walking in pairs. It's just there's a lot happening.
Well, okay. I think he pissed her off anyway, so I think they'll just go straight there.
Okay. It's one of those like, hey, all right,
Don't
you will
bite me.
So you will make it there. You said you're up quite early. We'll be coming in a little bit. Is there anything that you guys wanted to do before you're conjoining based on the time, which will be around 11ish? Okay.
She shows up and is gonna go immediately to the kitchen and start eating things.
So they would have, the kitchen staff back to help. Not everybody immediately, but it would be enough that. Oh, and you're Jen, right? In this case, okay. So, I'm gonna call them all again. Damn it. They'll be there, 100%. Say, it is so nice to see you. How are you? This is the kind of matronly barkeep who's married to the other barkeep, person who does the magic and music and stuff.
Okay.
They'll be a little somber, hair up, kind of not being fancy at all. It's just we're just being, we're still reeling. So you walk in. There's no music playing, but the sun is coming in through, or the star of whatever this place is, coming in, making an interesting look. Because I don't know if y'all have been into like restaurants or stores before they've opened, kind of a deal, and it's a wild, just kind of weird, there's almost an eerie tone to it. But they're in there. It's the husband and wife, and they look over. Ernest is kind of in the back doing inventory, making sure that his plan, from what y'all will gather, is I think if you guys have to go and do something, the rest will still function. Mm-hmm. So he's doing normal managerly things. So
she kind of keeps her head down. She's got her cloak sort of around her, so she has her arm under it, or her hand under it. What did she ask?
how are you?
I'm alright. I love the morning. How are you?
I like it too. It's quiet. For the hustle and bustle, right? I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard day. I'm sorry about your friends.
Thanks. You hungry?
Very much. But you don't have to. I can do it.
It's already done. And in the back, they'll, what's it called from the bear? Family meal, right? So they basically have a breakfast version of that for whomever was able to show up. And help yourself. Coffee's on. It's strong. What are you doing here so early?
Oh, this is when I get up.
I guess it's, you just take things a little differently after this kind of events, I guess.
Yeah, you didn't take any time off or anything.
Well, we're gonna do a favor and to earn and try to keep this place going because this is our lives.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a bad life, but not every day you have something like that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll kind of run their hand over the tied back, well, anything just ask.
I think I should be saying that to you, probably.
And Ernest does not have a good burrito policy.
No, he does not.
You get 48 hours for deaths of all your friends and family.
Do him a favor.
Yeah.
Do him a favor.
Yeah.
This
And
is a
there
scenario
are
of trying
people
to.
who wanna not sit around and
What is the best
That's
cure for
exciting.
sorrow?
Grief.
Say
Work.
more sorrow.
There it is. If it's Ernest, yes, but it is more Sorrow. Just Sorrow. So, you will, yeah.
And do you know, which, does Cormac sleep here usually?
Not normally, right?
No.
No, you had like your own space, so no, I think and she'll it's not the slums, but it's more like in the
Well, it's just out back by the dumpster.
no, that's the dwarf at Sapphire Serpent.
That's right.
Pointed in kind of the direction of the like Merchants Guild, like dock kind of space. It is that way, right?
Yeah, I think you and I talked about like near the dark water, in the dark water,
Yeah.
or whatever.
So if this is the world, and don't mind the compass rose or whatever, big circle, except there is a place for 2 ships to get in at a time, and then Melody's Rest would be kind of here, like in a pretty centralized spot, a little bit close to like this side. This guy should be back here, but the dock ward's up there, and then this is where the Merchants Guild will be, or Merchants. It's called the Merchants Ring, which is just it's the Mall of America and whatnot. So live over there. But
Somebody I just picture that in Alexandria, the Mall of America.
oh yeah, man, that's it.
There's
So
some booths that have people writing on green spice.
hey, man, that's how it is sometimes. So, but yeah, I think he was over there. He hadn't come in yet. I say yet. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to come in. Ernest, I think, is waiting for him. Why? Do you need him for something?
I just had a question for him.
Huh?
It's okay. I'll see him. I'll be here all day, I guess. So I'll see him.
Thank you. The sweet thing, like you didn't have anything better to do than be around a bunch of mopey people.
Well, you're doing a favor for Ernest, and I guess, I'm trying to help too.
Oh well.
I'm trying to lend myself. I don't work exactly every day. I think I have something tomorrow, maybe. But it's like.
Don't you clean those nice houses?
Yeah, but they don't need me every day.
Well, it probably takes you a little bit, but
I mean, I keep them. You know.
yeah. Who has the nicest place?
Who has the nicest place?
It's up to gentlemen.
Okay.
By opinion, it doesn't have to be like the most opulent, the most expensive, or whatever. One that Jen would think would be cool, and it can be literally whatever.
Who has the biggest garden?
The biggest garden's gonna be. Your place had a decent sized little plot, right? So, interestingly enough, as Nix kind of walks by, she'll say, "Oh yeah, it's Corin Ashford's residence."
Okay. Yeah. And he's walking by?
Yeah.
Okay. So she'll say, Corin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Corin, she's like, nice. Is he nice? I've not met him.
Is he nice?
He is the kind of person who, it's not the Ezekiel kind of charm where it almost feels like you're being compelled. This person is just a good businessman.
How does he treat service workers?
Better than you can imagine, because he knows when the chips are down, if he can count on them and the people he also pays super well, he's good.
He's the capitalist of Alexandria.
Exactly. He is literally the Chancellor of Trade.
Okay. Well, and that's kind of why his place is my favorite. He's the nicest. He gets lunch for us sometimes. Me and the other staff and stuff. I think he's
Not raises. Pizza.
Yeah, correct.
100 fucking.
He's the Chancellor of Trade.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry. I also I gotta catch him before he leaves. And I'll come back. Thank you so much for making us.
Please.
food. I'll be
You're
back.
taking the plate with you.
Yes. Yes, of
No,
course.
I love it. That's great. So, all right.
It's mostly bacon.
She just was like, to each their own. That's exactly my play would look like. gotta do it to it. So, all right, you catch up to Nyx.
Hey. Sorry, can we go out of the maybe less people for a second?
Sure.
I don't mean to make any assumptions, truly, but I just wonder. You just seem like you might know more than everybody else about it. I'm so sorry about this. I do not mean offense.
It depends what I know more about than anyone else.
Okay, she's gonna bring her hand out and like unwrap it. I meant to come back last night, and so I went home because I was gonna I was making this for Hiese. It's like a little rattle. And I was gonna come back, but I fell asleep and I didn't mean to. And when I woke up, this was here, and I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't look normal.
Weird.
And it just kind of given everything. I have to be able to go back there. I don't want them to like keep me here, but I just got worried.
Worried that it's not a normal cut?
Worried that it was there when I woke up. I don't remember getting it.
It could be a bug bite, it could be anything.
Her hand is in two pieces.
I will say.
Have you ever held up your hand and one part flops this way and one part flops that way?
So you are gaining HP back. It is rough. It's a little bit discolored, but it is reconstituting or coming back together pretty well. But no, there is definitely a like, nope.
Do I?
Gentleness 3.
You've seen this or something kind of similar before. As you look in the window. Different color though, so not the exact same, but something where you're like, something in this world is kind of messed up and you know a little bit about that. Not like encyclopedic level, but...
Did you come in contact with some hazardous materials or something that may not have been from this plane?
Okay, you cannot tell Mr. Ernest or Cormac, okay?
Okay.
Can you promise?
Yeah, I know. Every time I know.
Okay. I got back, and there was, I think, a woman in my room at home. And I couldn't really see her totally. And she just kind of spoke a little bit, and then she disappeared, and then I fell asleep.
Okay. Did you didn't know her?
No, I don't.
You still went to sleep in your home?
I didn't mean to. I meant to come back here.
Whoopsies!
She knocked you out.
Oh, God.
I guess. Do you think she did this? Do you know who that is?
No. She put you to sleep? What'd she say to you?
She said, "Come find me."
Where?
I don't know.
You can do an intelligence check if you would like to remember the second part of that.
Oh, I remember.
No, perfect. Okay, perfect. No, you're good. I just was like, no, that part's bananas. But
It's fine. Well,
She did say, she said, "Come find me." And I said, I don't remember what I said. I said,
you said that, bitch.
"Give me some, where, something." And she said, "At the edge of nothing or something." And I don't know. And then I had the worst dream
Did you tell me about your dream?
Lay on the couch.
Well, I thought I woke up, and I thought it was almost noon, and that's the worst. I always wake up at dawn. I've got stuff I have to do. I had to be back here before Hiese and everybody got here so I could give him his gift. And I didn't wake up. I woke up at noon. And my grandfather, he was still asleep too, and he's usually up at that time. And he wasn't waking me up. And then I woke up, and then he woke up. And then he was sick all over everything. And there was this mummy on the floor. And he told me I tried to kill him. And then we got in a fight, kind of, not like physical, I would never do that. But like we were yelling. And then I woke up for real. And then there was this.
Which one was double dream?
Huh. Dreams are fascinating. Some nights I'm just glad I don't have them.
I don't usually dream either.
Did you get a look at the woman?
I couldn't see her. It was like a. You know when you feel like you think you hear somebody calling your name, and there's not. It was that, but like visual.
You saw this person before a very particular event, but you don't remember much about him. You
Do I remember having seen them before?
once, but it's one of those. That can't be the same person. That like no way, because for one, they didn't even describe them like really, but also very difficult to do that because all you saw was like a toe. But it's not super far-fetched to make that connection. But it's one of those once, years ago. Come on. Who is this even?
Might be an omen, who could say? You'd probably have better luck with the divination wizard.
Do omens speak usually? They have conversations?
I mean, they might.
Have you ever seen an omen?
Sure.
Of what?
Robed figures,
Yeah.
impending doom,
Yeah.
anxiety, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone reported omens around the shattering. You might have just made it up like some people may have just made it up after the fact and been like, oh yeah, I noticed this right before this tragic event happened.
Am I gonna die?
No,
I mean, at some point.
Don't lie to it.
Are you?
not today.
But I'm gonna die soon? Oh my god.
No. It's possible. We don't know when we're going to die.
I was 5 years old at the shattering. I don't remember that.
Are you guys having this conversation at the bar?
Wherever she...
Now remember, you can be up earlier. This is kind of bar-ish area. 'Cause there are places to go in here unless you just wanted to walk out. You could have gone downstairs too.
I imagine where, like, is there a hallway?
Well, in that Melody's Rest, the one that we saw before, the only like kind of hallway is going up or down the stairs to the larder and then Ernest's room. There was kind of the spot where it was like a back corner where Hiese played, a little bit step up, a little bit of a stage. You can be up there. That's kind of the actually, and there's a second story. Y'all could walk up there. No one's really gonna, for one, follow/hear. I mean, it's up to, well.
I maybe we like went over to the bottom of the stairs to
Sure.
go up. But she's not. I'm not trying to hide. I just didn't want to do this in front
out of
of
the way at the bottom of the
employees
stairs,
of
which
the
would
tavern.
No, I 1000%.
Chance to be like, hey.
The I mean, like, am I gonna die? And then they're like, please, not again. It's
Comes
again.
for us all, lass. It's Millie. It's coming down the stairs.
So
Have you seen an omen?
he's seen thousands. Y'all don't hear this.
Describe it, yeah, like an omen.
Does it talk to you in a robe or like a cloak, like he said?
I mean, unless I drink enough of this, like motions is flagging. I see corpses of my dead friends. I see 5 of them. Daily. Nightly sometimes.
But I don't know this one.
Last night?
Oh, yeah. No, see, I'm trying to sober up now.
No, you didn't see them. They were there.
Did you hear him talking?
I felt them.
I thought you said something else. And I was like,
Well,
damn.
I guess that's a bit more helpful, I guess. No, I see my dead comrades. They, day in, day out. Depends on how much I'm drinking. Seeing as I made a fool at my interrogation at, Zane's house. Just figuring, maybe not muddle up my mind a bit. But, not that lot of good that did me. Got 5, fucking ghosts chirping at me to kill myself. But,
That's
I know.
all in your head.
what? Is it not? Oh, well, I'm sorry to pass it on to you all then.
You're not looking at me to do that.
Amazing.
No, just you wait.
I think.
What? An omen?
Well, that's what he said.
The last thing that I remember anything vividly seeing, other than my friends, it was actually when my friends off themselves, really. Something spoke to me in my mind at the same time that it spoke to them. And, beckoned me to the edge.
What?
I don't know. Life. When last I woke up, I found my friends dead. I was the only one alive.
What did it look like? Did you see it?
It didn't stay long. I don't think it could. But, a lot of noise in my head. But he didn't have a hand. He was skeletal. And, that's all I remember.
Did the mummy thing have hands?
Would you like to make an intelligence check?
Yes.
Was it missing an eye?
You're missing an eye, I think.
Just an intelligence?
It'd be like a history check if you had it.
A troop of orcs to
15.
put on the head of Vecna.
No.
It didn't have hands?
It was missing one.
Fuck. Okay.
You said you saw a corpse. Did it have a hand? Just one?
Just one.
How about an eye? She only had one.
It was like,
Yeah, no face.
it's like, it didn't have any eyes, I don't think. Did it have eyes?
I find it
Oh,
nice.
It was
Like
like,
the skull. No, there was. It basically
Mine just
like
had at least one eye.
this
You probably
was.
fuck out of luck if you had missing 2.
Yeah. God. Yeah, skeletal. Yeah, both hands and no eyes. It's like, yo, you're
Yeah, extra fuck
So
out.
it's, this would have been something where he's saying it's skeletal. You can make the connection, but there's no eye. You know what I'm saying?
oh, the hand is enough.
The word edge
For
goes through.
her. For her. The hand is enough for her.
Yeah. Well, in fact, the
I
eye
suppose I
is
explain
more of
more
a
about
metaphor
this.
because it's one of those things.
And
I don't know
it
that
seems
I'm
very
gonna
matter of
eat
fact
anything
coming from him.
anymore.
Like he's lived with this for years now.
And everyone around you died?
Well, yeah.
Is-
Except my captain. He wasn't privy to the pact.
Packed?
Yeah, I guess that's all I can think of. Really.
Okay.
The cult
I
comes
need to
back.
take a walk or something.
No. Come on, sit down.
Up to 5 sessions earlier, we can't bring this person around with us. Like,
Just have a seat in case you fall down.
Thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much for your help. Please don't tell Mr. Ernest,
Tell
Mr.
Ernest what?
Cormac.
no, just
No.
Well, why not tell them? I'm more irresponsible than AI.
Because
Comac comes in.
Well, I
Anybody
guess
seen
he's got
any
enough on his
omens?
plate.
You guys need to
Yes,
do
I
it.
guess Ernest has got enough on his plate. His pet turtle died.
Yeah.
But
I guess I told the right person. I think, thank you. And she's gonna put her head up and she's gonna leave.
you think I made it better or worse?
Did you have a death pact with someone?
Oh no. Well, I mean, come on. It's best if you all sit down. At least you and me sit down. I don't know where Francis is and Cormac. He's wherever, and figuring letting him sleep. So.
Make a perception check, please.
I explained to you, bitch, where I'm from.
16.
You know, I just figured, Kelton knew my name. I might as well turn over a new leaf.
What was that?
Something doesn't smell right. It's kind of weird. Kind of smells like that, like foul, like toxic waste kind of stuff.
Like it smells like what came from.
Which would make sense, but it's a little more pungent right now.
We should maybe get out of the bar.
What is it?
Smells like that gas.
Gentleness is gonna come back in.
Well,
We need to leave. Go, get out. And she's gonna go get all the kitchen. I'm so sorry. I know you're doing a favor. We gotta leave right now.
we're gonna take a break.
I thought she responded like, no, we'll take a break.
Yeah, snaps like
Could you? Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. If I was that clever. Yeah. But
Yeah, I see all my dead friends. Yeah, that's gonna help.
I survive them every night.
too funny.
Yeah, you're making it up. Everyone made it up.
Okay, she can't. You all are not good influences.
Everyone sees the criminal teenagers.
Oh man. Yeah. No. That's
Death isn't coming for you.
Yeah. It's nice.
Okay. For me. Just all of us.
Indeed, y'all.
As long as you keep dancing. Smile, goddammit.
Too funny.
Evidently, that dude called into Fox and Friends in like 2003, and as Arnold, and it said he was going to blow up the moon. People believed it was Arnold.
That's fantastic, man. But I mean,
Like
like,
the guy, I think it was Joe Scarborough, and he got like really mad, and then he apologized like a week later once he found out it was a prank.
that's fucking bad, man. When we start again, I need you to make me a dex save. Oh.
That's not true.
I can do that.
I think you'll like it. And if it works the way I want, it'll be wonderful. You'll be like, taste. How do I keep this? So, awesome. Excellent job, Madeline, with the dream. It's always hard to, or not knowing who is going to say it. You know. But yeah, things were getting really, really bad really fast, and it's like So, no. Oh my god. Dude, funny.
I mean, logic's sound.
Oh, and so during this break, you have the ability to be level 2 when we start again, like after the break. So you can level up real quick. What I'm effectively doing, if you want to pick something that you may have been on the fence about, you can give it a shot for the back half of the session. So you have a couple hours to mess around with it. Combat may or may not be happening soon, so if that's an angle you want to take with it, then think about something you can do there. So just stay heads up. I'll tell you that when we stop. So, but
A lot of level 2 decisions to be made.
to a degree, I mean, it's something where I cannot for the life of me remember the last time a party was level 1 for 6 sessions. Now, granted, we're doing a lot with little. Like, we're going bananas with it, which is amazing. However, putting more pieces on the board with y'all having more things to do also means I get more things to do, which is, super fun. But it's good stuff. I think my blueberry and blackberry meads will be ready in a couple of weeks, which would be kind of cool. So, looking forward to that. The blackberry, the how clear it is bananas to me. It's the only one that I have in glass. The other one is in like a plastic.
Did you put
My rabbit.
fruits in that, or just like concentrated?
I did put fruits in it. Yeah. A guy who we did the Saturday game with, he's a pretty experienced brewer. He was asking did I do concentrates or juice, and no, I went to Kroger's, got wildflower honey, blackberries, which interestingly enough, it's not that it's a hard thing to buy. It's just not packaged in the way that I'm expecting. So then I walk out with something that's the size of my laptop of stuff because they're in X amount of ounces or whatever a piece. But the blackberries for my sister. I hope she enjoys it. She really liked the honey one. So the blueberry is for me. Well, and us obviously.
Rude.
If that one's good, ooh man. Because I'm thinking about taking a tilt more just towards wine. Because honey does have a distinct flavor. And granted, sometimes it's fantastic. And then sometimes I'm like, this is not a warm home country cooked biscuit with butter. I don't need honey right now. So, that is definitely a thing. And 2 days ago, Ben brought them to me. It was very neat. Yeah, black agate with quartz. I was like, oh, that's super cool. It was very nice. That guy is doing awesome.
Good.
So, it's very cool.
I have something for him I may need to bring.
Oh, for sure.
Because I keep forgetting to send.
I'll get you. No, you are good. But yeah, it's like, oh, that's super neat. Okay, I go like the shape of it because it fits right in the palm of my hand.
It's like, you know, a worry stone? It's
Yes.
that shape.
Yep. Well, what's awesome is it fits right in my little jean pocket, my little baby one that I have no idea what that's for. I'm like,
I know, like,
The one.
those are rolling right now.
there you go. Wicked smile. Cool. Now I gotta carry my Zippo around.
Or stone. I think the stone is better.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. So,
No, that's great.
bless you. Yeah, just the right level of me makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you roll max, Johnny, Ernest rolled max too. If y'all all roll max, you don't get to recheat. No,
I rolled a 7 out of 8.
Same.
6, not 8.
I didn't. It just get me.
Would you like to make it a percentage?
I didn't roll. I just.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we can make it a percentage.
High or low?
No!
It's like,
She'll die. I'll die right now.
It becomes a 5%. Like, I guess you get money.
Why do we have to
I
make sure
have
that Milliard used a scimitar instead of rapier? Because rapier has vex.
pomegranate one
Yep.
and
Ooh.
I think Scimitar had. I think they both had the same, which is why I suggested it.
pomegranate one or
The
red
scimitar doesn't have vex.
going right now.
What does Scimitar have?
Nick?
But I
It just
tried
has
to
light
do,
finesse.
like,
That's why
different
you-
method of giving them nutrition.
Hold on, remember that.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
the dagger has nick.
But then I also put
You need a light.
So
you can
one's
use
light.
dagger.
orange.
Yeah.
And
The
then
rapier, like the rapier was light
10,
as well.
12 raisins in each.
Let me look. I don't
I've seen the
remember.
raisins.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I was just curious if it would make a difference, and I had to finish up the pomegranate juice. After these are done,
Okay.
I am just for the hell of it gonna put Dr. Pepper in one and
That'd be cool.
see.
Scimitar has
The
nick.
sugar will be great.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think the scimitar has nick.
so,
either, at least
the
not
way
on this.
that Jamin,
I'm looking at it right now, but
the brew bet,
I mean-
I mean, master of it, man. We've
Because
had
we
some of
just
his
needed
stuff.
the-
So good.
The dagger
Goodness
came out
gracious.
nick.
He always
That's awesome.
finishes, save for one, and which was like literally his very first one. He finishes it off.
I think was it
He
short
wraps it.
sword and scimitar, and you had like a dirk and a scimitar,
Hang on.
Because a
And it's
short sword has
stop
vex.
fermentation. Like,
and it's
With the
light
stabilizer.
and finesse,
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's two different parts, and he always will
and it's
rack it into the next
scimitar
thing.
is light and finesse.
It's pretty cool.
Finesse and
Why
light.
not?
The rapier is just finesse.
For fun?
And so I
But
think
the
we would,
scimitar, the scimitar does have nick. I forgot. It's like.
and I think we were
It's
going to
going
do
weekend.
short sword and scimitar.
Yeah, it was
picked up
dagger and
groceries. My
scimitar.
girlfriend went through like
If I remember right.
3 cans of Dr. Pepper. and I was
Because
like,
that would
okay,
have sneak
maybe
attack
we'll try
with
that.
one.
Okay.
Well, the short sword has vex, which is what you need for the sneak attack.
Got it.
And you were going to make it like either like a dirk or a long pointed
Yeah,
dagger,
it was like a cutlass.
and then a cutlass.
And then the
Yeah,
other
that's
one, when I was in Florida, I had one that was like
Because
pom poms.
the rapier has vex,
That shit
which
sounds
is what you would
insane.
need in
God, that
order
sounds
to
good.
tank them.
And
As
it
soon as
had
becomes
key lime,
But it's not light,
cherry, and blue raspberry in it.
And then light meaning
And I don't know
he's
what I
able
need to
attack
do
with
to
another light weapon
Put
at
those
no attack.
together.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
seen
That's-
something
yeah, you
like
need
that.
light so you
Trying
could
to
use
ferment
Nick.
the popsicles.
Got it.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm using
Crazy.
Vex on the dart
Yeah.
and
Nice.
Nick on dagger.
I mean, it's sugar.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Throw it
But
at him and then run stab him.
I feel like it wouldn't be very good.
Just imagining the dwarf
Yeah.
hustling.
Like, I don't think
Nah.
that would clear up well.
It's like,
One bar.
what's your mess over there? It's like,
Yeah.
trust me, you're gonna love it.
It's gonna be so good. It's gonna give you a massive headache. It's delicious. Just thinking of the alcohol potential on that, you need some pretty strong yeast.
I'm hoping that the one that I'm using D47, which luckily got the approval today, as I was talking to Jamin about it. But I'm hoping to at least these batches will have like an 11%, maybe a 10,
Yeah.
because it is a wine, but I don't think my last one fermented long enough. Like it didn't go long enough. What, which is all well and good, but Yeah, that is it. Has everyone picked a cute little level 2 version of themselves?
Yeah.
Did anyone pick to not go for a second level in the first place?
I am 1-1.
Okay.
1-1.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I need it so it makes sense with like.
And I am a little buff boy with my HP right now. So
You ain't catching me in a lie.
Don't
I've got
let
a
him
7
hear you say
deception now.
because toughness now instead of adding +1, it's +2. So I'm sitting now pretty at 27.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You would make a tasty treat.
Fighter's a D10.
Yeah.
And Artificer's a D8.
Okay.
And I have a +3 con, so it's +6, +4, +10, +7.
How much is we got?
27. And every time you hit me with a physical weapon, you're gonna subtract 3. So
How?
Armor Master,
Heavy
bro.
armor master.
No, I understand that, but 27?
Is that an origin?
like I said, tough is +2
Holy shit.
now instead of
That's
1.
crazy.
So I'm level 2, so I get +4 from it.
Total 4, yeah.
Con is +3, so I get 6 from it. So that's 10 straight off the bat.
Yep.
And then I max roll for fighter, which is 10, so that's 20. And I rolled 7 out of 8.
Oh yeah, you get the max roll from level 1. Jeez.
Yes. So I'm just like,
Whoa! I mean, I ain't feeling too shabby at 18.
I was not like I actually went back and looked because like, there's no fucking way I'm at 27. And then that's when I just found out tough is +2 instead of +1.
And because what it used to be what +3 the first time you took it, and then it got +1.
It did give you something to like catch back up, right?
Yeah.
And then you
It's always
got
2 times.
Yeah.
two times your age,
level.
like your age, what level? Yeah.
Oh, so it has always been +2. So I'm just smoking crap. Never mind.
You set the pipe down. I guess I'm
Yeah.
smoking. It's like
For some reason I was thinking it was +1, and the reason con was better is because though you had to invest more in it, is you get it for your con save and it.
Fair.
But this just gives you HP. But no, I guess this is regardless. When I have +5 intelligence
It's
and
a lot of
+5
HP.
constitution, I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it only worked for a few levels, sadly, until you actually get a decent wisdom or whatever.
Yeah, one more level and I can take a fireball.
Jesus. Okay.
A max roll fireball, and you're just like, yeah, whatever.
I can take an average roll fireball at 66. Oh no, actually you're right. I can take an average right now.
Yeah, you can take an average right now. You'll be able to take a max roll next level.
Let's go. Unless I can roll a 2, but still.
All right. Everyone have their level kind of prepped a little bit, so you can at least engage with it, have some different abilities and whatnot.
Just a bonus.
Cormac's gonna be walking into
Hey,
the door for whatever.
That's very important,
That is.
dude. So,
Got me some sneak attack.
oh yeah,
No more vicious mockery.
Oh no, I mean that's still gonna be
it's coming.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
the bread and butter. Yeah, the standard. No, you're just an idiot. Take damage.
Does everybody have their fig?
Mhm.
I saw some figs being pulled out, so
I was waiting until level 2. Survivability.
no, I feel you. Trust me, that's not a bad idea. If folks want to do that, but by the STL file, I can get you, the Xenonus kind of version of that, where it's either gray or a white or things of that sort. So pretty neat. It's also super cool to have the gray version for Rooney. And you had the colored version, like that's a shadow. So good. Okay. Gentleness has come back in. You, Milliard, are going to make a dexterity save. Frank walks in the front door, unless it's, I don't want to be here right now. Sort of a scenario.
Well, and if it's around the time that he'd be showing up, he'd be
It would be, yeah. Like
approaching
we're,
the place. I guess he would be, as he's walking up, seeing gentleness storm out and then turn around and like head back.
mm-hmm.
So he's
What does he see when you kind of like walk out? Something occurs in just in regards to, and you go back in. What does he see in that moment?
When she's coming out, she's got her hood up.
Throws up on the ground, walks back
and is like fully wrapped in that cloak that she wears. This is the only time in her life she's ever looked clean. And then she's like rushing out, and then almost as soon as the door closes behind her, she just spins on a heel and rushes back inside.
Okay. There it is, Frank.
He would try to do, for what limited time he's spent interacting with gentleness, an insight to see if he can figure out, well, shoot, did she just forget her coin purse in there and realize like, oh, that could get stolen, or is this a, oh, shit's about to go down type posturing?
Yeah.
We had a 14.
20?
A 14.
14.
20 insight, dirty 20.
Hey, buddy.
Someone doesn't rush back in
Just
for
using me as a stepping stone.
a coin purse like that.
And can I say her hood falls off?
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Is this a hood? And the reason why I asked this, I literally watched a YouTube video yesterday about old-timey hoods that are, it is just a hood. As you can. Is that what this is, or it falls back on your cloak?
It's like, I don't know if you know what a ruina is.
We will in a second.
It's I believe it's Irish. A cloak that has a hood, but it's not shaped like a hood. It's just an extra bit of fabric that you can flip up as a hood.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't hold on like a hood would.
Gotcha.
So it would
gotcha.
almost, it's like a cloak on top of a cloak, lay back and can be pulled up.
Yeah, because it's just a pelt. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like,
Got it. Yep.
yeah, it's not like shaped like anything.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh, and in the sun, that golden fleece is looking wild.
Yeah, so it like, and then it falls off and you just see horror. And she
hightails it back in. You feel something large behind you for like a half second. Like almost as though you tripped over something. What do you do, Frank?
Well, Frank, having seen this from a little bit of a distance, would kind of reach back behind his cloak and pull out almost like a arrow guard, an archery guard, but it has a couple of darts attached to it, and he'd start fastening that around his arm. And then he'd kind of put his hand on his dagger and begin to slowly approach from not towards the main door, but towards one of the windows where he could peer into the main room and attempt to remain hidden, because he does not like what he just saw, like the urgency. So he's not sure what's really gone on. Did gentleness realize that you forgot to cover up a crime? He needs to go back and cover it up.
One level of respect has risen.
Yeah,
that's just happened.
That is it. Okay.
So he'll attempt to move quietly as well as he can, and try to stay hidden by blading himself when he gets up towards the window to peer in.
Yeah, you can do a stealth to roll up there without necessarily being seen. And as that stealth is happening, because you're moving a little slower, a little more cautiously, you're upstairs, presumably. Y'all were upstairs.
downstairs.
That's totally fine if it had moved downstairs.
Y'all at the top of the stairs going down to the basement, I thought, is what was the description was.
we were at the bottom of the stairs to go upstairs.
Oh, okay.
And so in this case, the stairs, because remember, we didn't see this right here, which is the way out. I thought it was over here. This is a window. These are the doors. This would have stairs like going up and around like this, or it could have going over the stairs, which would be silly, but hey, it is what it is because of the way this is mapped out. In the actual Melody's Rest, it would make more sense. You were talking about doing something in a hallway. There are kind of back rooms you could have also been in as well, where employees wouldn't necessarily just be there because it's like, they're talking about something serious or just need a private moment or something like that. So if y'all wanted to do that, you could as well. But you go in, bottom of the stairs, up to the top, like just in regards to, hey, you were at the base, and then you wanted to say, hey, you need to get out of here.
Yeah, and she's gonna pull. Essentially. Okay. So I'm sorry. Can you show me again
Yeah, no
where,
worries.
like, Nyx and Milliard are
Yeah.
in relation to?
You got your boy, right? Okay.
And it's a 24 stealth. JT.
Beautiful. And you're over here, right?
Yeah.
So you can see in? Yeah. Gotcha. Thank you. Bling. Window. Here will be we got a Nyx. So, making this the way that it was beforehand so we can all kind of keep the sort of illusion. We're going to have this be the door. It's just easier that way. I see this, yeah.
No, the illusion's broken.
I know. Heaven forbid we gotta play the old D's and D's. So door here. Two, goes in. Stairs up here, and they'll be going up and like around up the top. And then I believe this goes a little bit further back, and that's kind of where the hotel or the inn piece is. So, but yeah, stairs here. And if you had something that was stair-esque, it'd be kind of like they start there and they go up and around.
Okay. She's trying to get then all of the staff to go out the back,
Okay.
and she's gonna like away from there. Come away.
From here? Oh, for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
She's trying to get them to go. She's trying to get everyone away from Milliard, but not saying that that's what she's doing.
Where you guys going?
You said something bumped into me?
You felt something.
Alright, but it's not gentleness.
She's in this other room, my friend.
Okay.
You free now, my friend.
Alright, well, whatever bumped into me, Miller's gonna take a swing.
We're gonna roll initiative.
Alright.
So, everybody fire it up. Okay. Bright indeed. Okay. What did Mr. Dorian get?
15.
A 15, not too bad. 15 now. Ernest. Yeah.
Died.
Yeah, I was gonna say these X's mean he's dead. No, I'm just kidding. Funny enough, Ernest rolled max on his HP. I was like, okay, we're gonna step it up a little bit. What did Milliard get?
17.
17 gentleness.
23.
Okay, somebody ready to play. Francis.
13.
13. Mr. Cormac.
9.
Oh, okay. The way you said that, I was like 19. No.
He's a good buddy.
I'm not even here yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll come in on the second round. Perfect. All right, Mr. 17. Oh, and really quick, you said so. I'm gonna go around and also get your hit points as well because I have a thing that I keep up with it. So, Milliard, what's your HP?
19.
19. Jen.
My hit points?
Yeah, your max HP.
15.
You did level up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
I did not roll max. And my AC is 9.
Don't step it up.
Hey, the law of averages is important, right? We can have a 30 and a 15 and like, hey, 22. Not looking bad.
The good news is right now I can't force you to attack me. So you can kill them all and I'll be just last
So,
person
yeah,
standing.
like-
More trauma.
Amazing. Francis, 19?
18.
18. Okay. Cormac had a, what, 27?
Yeah.
Okay, I was being facetious for a second and I was like, no.
I was going to joke and say 37, but you guessed right.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Dorian.
20.
Not bad. Not too bad. See, that's a nice number, you know. Okay. Let me sort this real quick. Sort. Ascending, descending, please. Okay. Let me sort it by initiative, not by HP. It's Cormac gonna go first every time. All right, gentlemen, you're up first with a 23. You get in. Effectively, you have complete combat. Like, kind of comes in. Something's up. And you, let's say, you don't normally go first, so it's like, go for it. You have carte blanche in whatever way that you want the scenario to go, at least how it starts.
Well, I think that this is reminiscent of something, maybe.
Maybe.
That she maybe wished she maybe could have prevented.
We don't know.
So I think this time, she's gonna prevent it. And she'll. Is there any sound that happens from Milliard's direction? Can I see? Sorry.
Yeah, you can.
I can see him. Can I see anything beside him?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But I could.
Like, they went at something.
Milliard went at something. No. Okay. Is it something I recognize? Okay. Well.
But it looks like they missed.
Yeah.
The band starts playing.
Okay.
On the side.
She'll yell one last time at Nyx. Wait, hold on. She doesn't.
Oh, you're good.
He saw it.
There's. We have the thing. Where's the? I got some like blue duders who would be perfect for this. Please continue. You're good.
She'll yell at Nyx. I don't know if you saw that, but get back. And then she's gonna go and start hurting the kitchen staff. Like,
I thought you
want to get
said
your first
hooked. H-U-R-T. I was like, oh no.
Awesome. Thank you. So you can come in. You're gonna try to move up. Basically, you get right there with like normal speed, and then you want to get them moved.
yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Okay. So dashing
Get all
around.
the way up,
So
if
boop,
I can.
boop, boop, boop. Yeah, I mean you'll basically be able to be around them in whatever fashion you would like, and you do know that there is a back way to go.
Do we have to go, like, around the counter and back, or can we go straight back?
It's a door right there. So
Okay.
you need to
Then
bolt out.
I'm gonna. Can I be one more toward?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Right here.
And then I'm, like, if they're not moving fast enough, I'm going to move them,
Okay.
and we're gonna go.
For sure.
I don't. I wasn't here last time, but I just am getting a sense. Okay, you gotta go, and we're gonna.
So you can do persuasion, intimidation, or performance.
I'm gonna do. Intimidation, I guess.
You got it. God, why is she being so mean?
11.
Okay. The folks who are here, it's Livia and Garin, or Gavin. They're gonna say, okay, Livia's like, all right, huh? Goodness. And it's one of those, they're not running out of here. Because they don't know what the hell's going on. So, you have a couple of them there. Ernest is...
Text your brother. He needs to hire more.
Well,
Oh
the
my
best
God.
part is, they just were gas bombed, and they're like, this isn't that urgent. Someone's screaming at us to leave.
real.
We'll just
Yeah,
walk
yeah.
out casually.
Well, that's the thing. It's not their turn,
That's-
so they can't all run off at this.
That is why.
So-
Lightning strikes
New
twice.
lightning.
Always.
That's it. So, you know, I was gonna say it's actually not super like early in the morning anymore. So it's one of those. Yeah, they're kind of up. They're kind of. So when it is their turn, which will be at a certain initiative, they will book it.
Let me just see if I have a bonus action real fast.
Word.
Oh yeah. Okay, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh. And it
Yep.
does look a little different this time.
All right. How's it look
Just
different?
'cause It would have looked like this last time. I just was not prepared.
All good.
But she is more assured this time. Like she is sure it's gonna work.
Mhm.
And she casts Shillelagh, and the staff untwists a little bit, and then like this reddish mud starts dripping out of it.
Oh yeah.
Mud or like clay or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
gross.
Well, and you know the fig is completed now too, so it kind of makes sense that it's all coming together. Karen's like.
I'm
It just is
literally a
so-
house cleaner. I'll clean it up.
It's so funny.
You know
just
I'm
the,
good for it.
just the moment of like, frustration of just okay, I'm trying to put this thing back together.
Listen, if I do a good job, you can hire me.
Okay, they're like, yeah, give me a resume and 4 references.
Okay, cool. You want 4 of the 5?
Oh my
Council?
god, it'd be so funny.
A lot of dudes.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, bonus action,
Seem a
action
bit too
movement.
overqualified.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't think we could fit here. You're overqualified, right? Liliane Lamasande.
He'll
Salamandra.
whatever nudged him.
You turn and see nothing.
He'll still take a swing.
Okay. Remember
Hoping
saying
that
that?
it's-
Yeah.
If it's possibly invisible,
Ah.
so he's gonna extend his arm so it's like almost like he's clotheslining.
Yeah.
To get the maximum surface area.
Okay.
13.
Hey, what?
13.
So you take your swing. It's a big swing, but also you don't normally punch at air unless you're inebriated.
He'll
Can we punch through the air to make contact with the thing?
Yeah. That's what that was.
he'll and then pour a ring of beer around him to see if there are footsteps.
Pouring of beer around him.
Yeah, have you never done that?
So
If I
in
did,
the
I don't
same-
remember it.
In the same motion,
Uh-huh.
normally, if you connected,
So you're trying to get this thing wet? So you can
Pretty
see
much.
it to a degree? Yeah.
yes. So he takes his swing.
Maybe-
Since he misses, he
Yeah.
doesn't draw his dagger. He instead uncorks his flask, and then carrying the momentum,
Yep.
he
Do me a
pours
sleight
it
of hand.
around.
then. That's it. Let's just see how that works.
17.
Oh, I was like, sorry, this music does not make sense, but it's layering, and it's killing me. Apologies. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly.
Initiate hold of 66.
You're going to get a what is it called? Paranormal Activity 3 level of a like something got wet for like a half of a second. You're like, okay, it fluid and does not, or liquid I should say, does not stop like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing lingers.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Nyx will see. Sorry.
I know, I love it, man. It's
For Milliard's cunning action, he will disengage from it. So Nyx sees him take a wild swing, Beer goes everywhere.
Beer's
And
everywhere.
then-
Beer's everywhere.
Nick sees him take a step back, and he sheds his coat and draws his sword and dagger.
Okay. Swords out.
Just just looks really random because you and I are having a conversation.
But you moved back from this.
Yeah.
Okay. Indeed. That smell stays with him. So just a heads up with that. In case it was is he moving away from the thing?
It's
In regards to what you picked up on. But, alright, that was Miliad's turn. We have Mr. Dorian.
you said it like followed him as he stepped back, or it smelled like it did.
Whatever you picked up on, it's with him.
Did I see something possibly step in the booze? Nope. And I will pull a dagger and let out a booming blade
Okay.
into the vicinity.
Here. Did you move a whole lot? Where are you at? Sorry. We'll get
Move
this
like 10 feet backwards.
this way. So you mean like right over here?
Yep.
Okay. So there you go. Moved away. You're gonna boom blade it over here, like towards me.
No,
This way.
I'm gonna take a step and then
This way. This way.
yeah,
All
right
right.
there.
Beautiful. Okay.
And then just at that space between the two of us.
Right there. Okay. Perfect. So, booming blade, is that an attack or is that a save?
It is an attack.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack for me at disadvantage.
That is not good enough to hit. That's a 13.
Okay.
And then I will disengage
Okay.
and
Where are we going?
move. I'll move back towards the bar.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay. You got what? 30?
25 now.
1, 2, 3, 4. You want to go 5? You want to get on top, or you want to stay here?
We'll get on top.
All right. So, gonna hop up there.
It followed him.
So, are you yelling that out?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all hear, and you kind of get a faint sense. Actually, what you see is him kind of disappearing on the outside. Because didn't you get like a 20-something high?
24.
24. So it'll be one of those. What's he doing out there? Because it's all about perspective, right? Like, who are you hiding from?
But yeah, I mean,
Oh,
one
really?
other one sees, I would venture to guess is, right, he's hidden from whatever's on the inside. but
Correct.
He's like crouched, like peering around the corner,
Yeah.
hand on his dagger.
Yep. And you're going to come in the next
This is a
turn.
fucking great morning, but I guess
That's exactly
Hey,
right.
it's almost afternoon.
It's we almost
that's
made it
why I
back
use
much.
past tense.
So you got bonus action, action, movement. Anything else? Good to go.
That's it.
Beautiful. All right. I believe we are at Francis's turn.
Now Francis will draw his dagger and then palm one of the darts in his other hand.
Yep.
And this window, does it pull outward, lift up, or push in?
This one is going to. It's going to pull into the restaurant because they don't want people walking by and hitting it.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll kind of slowly crack it, so it would be very easy to then just fully fling it open.
Sure.
But he's holding his action to throw a dart at a visible or an attacker that he can make out.
That is attacking what?
Assumedly Milliard, who
Okay.
looks like he's backpedaling from something.
Okay. Understood. Holding
And,
that.
maintaining his stealth.
You got it. All right. Stealth is happening. All right. Cormac, you are now basically entering the fight. And then, funny enough, So hey, there it is. What do you want to do as you see our resident dwarf over there?
Well, I go from walking to jogging. Part of me is thinking to myself, maybe I should just stop him specifically, but I'm like, nah, there's no way he's just going to do this right here in daylight. So I'm going to run to the door, and I'm going to come in the door and try to assess the situation.
Okay. Going in. I would say you'd have to dash to get into the door at this point. Like how far away you are. So you go in there. Do you have a bonus action of anything that you can look around, do this, that, and the other? Because when you first walk in, it's just yelling. Beer is now splattered in certain directions. Nyx is on top of the bar. You see Ernest kind of like and kind of a deal as y'all are.
Everybody's partying.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Like it's 1999, so.
No. I mean, I do have a bonus action, but without
Any more context or clues?
I'm like, seems kind of tense in here, guys.
Okay.
And drifting down now towards it, almost like right now, it just looks like a wooden handle with metal that kind of makes like just a cylinder, and it's just hovering there for now.
Does he have a lightsaber? Oh my god.
Yeah. He does not have. Stop.
Never in a million years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
It's a little stun gun. Shocking grasp.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all are going to feel, not see, something. And it's going to go that way. And it does it for about 6 seconds.
So we just hear, and I'm assuming it might be bumping into tables and things. And
Well, yeah, if the tables are set up there, it's kind of, we're just going full Paranormal Activity 3. Things are kind of happening, like weird stuff in regards to, it kind of feels like this place is now haunted. If I had to put a, not too fine a point on it, as Dr. Hammond's. So, it is now, well, it would be Ernest. He would admonish me for doing this in his tavern again, and it is now Gentleness' turn.
Have the bar staff gone?
They're all out.
They all left.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that effectively was at initiative 0. They
right into a trap.
Listen, I tried.
it's like you put them
I don't know if we can believe you anymore.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
right into the blender. Yep.
Fan into the fire.
Okay, and then she's going to go. Cormac is in the doorway. They're out. Is there a way out?
So back way would be kind of out in this area. This should technically be, like, it is a little kitchenette area, but there'd be a spot that would go downstairs and one that would go out the back door. Then you have two, like, one's an office and like one's like a private dining area, at least for this.
And did that thing run toward me at all, or just?
It's looking like it might just try to jump out the window. Yep.
Okay.
What?
I didn't do my spells. Okay. She's gonna go behind the bar.
Okay. You're just going, we're going to pop up over there.
Yep. And basically, she's waiting for something to come to her.
Okay. Understood. Now, when we say waiting, you're not holding an action or a spell? And in this case, if you have spells, do whatever. Try out whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because in the next session, it'll be as though, like, I'm not going to drag y'all through it and then be like, hey, make you do X, Y, or Z. Play around with this. Think about it as not like a training zone, but it's one of those, you know, you haven't had combat in like 5 sessions, so it's difficult to know what's good and what's bad if it's going to kind of be like that.
Wish.
If it is your level, you can do it at your leisure.
Wishes there was a level.
Exactly. It's now canon.
So, with that being said, if you're also it's level 2, right? Nothing too crazy is going to be out there, but mess around with it if you want.
Okay, what she'll do then, once she goes back there, is she will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. Where are we casting the old fairy fire at?
It's a 20-foot cube.
Mm-hmm.
Approximately where it sounded like it went. Can I like?
You can place it wherever you think.
Did it sound like it went? Okay, so she was standing at the end of the bar there.
Yeah,
right?
about right here.
Did it sound like it went past her?
Yeah, 6 seconds worth of full movement. Yeah, it went that way somewhere.
Okay, so I'll just start the cube 30 feet from Millie, I think.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here.
One more back.
This way?
One more towards you, sorry.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So a larger sort of thing, and actually it'll be over here. Now it's kind of covered in what color? Like dust, sort of a deal. How does this fairy fire manifest? Mud. It's a bit like mud.
So,
it's just actual dust.
so it's almost like, you know when you go like,
Noodling or something? I don't know.
like when it rains and the mud gets like real gross and like soupy.
Yeah.
It would almost be like,
It's like, what is it? Jello almost.
yeah, you've been like jumping up and down in that a little bit.
Okay. Yep. Well.
Except the mud is like reddish.
Right. So it'd be like a clay kind of almost looking. Well, you see this large furred thing. It looks a bit, well now obviously it's covered in mud, but it has more of an like etherealness to it, right? Where it feels as though a lot of things that y'all are messing with now can kind of come and go almost like a, you know, they can just come as they please, it feels like. But large claws, like I said, ethereal, has a big snout. It does kind of look werewolf-ish. Not similar to the ghouls or what were called shades from the first one, right? It's not like, they're not like grays or things where their skin's all messed up. This seems more of a, like an arcane entity that wasn't turned into this, potentially, by something like the gas. So, but you're not exactly sure what it is or where it came from. So, but, and you see that, and I'm assuming Fairy Fire is an action.
Yes.
So movement, action, and you got bonus action. And you see this thing, and now that it's kind of It's kind of looking around. It does kind of have the notion of, all right, I'm facing this way. They'll never find me. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
And then, is that concentration?
Yes.
Get the ring. And then we have Milliard is up. Bing.
There anything else
Sure.
I'm looking at improvised weapons.
You are totally fine. And then when Milliard is on deck, when my Milliard's up, Dorian is on deck. So, and that thing, yeah, it's about that size. If it was any bigger, y'all almost always know where it is. So. Ooh. Did you go 1-on-1 or did you go 2 levels in something?
What's that?
Did you go 2 levels in one thing?
Yep.
Nice, very
My
nice.
second in rogue.
That's right. You had to, what makes them a rogue almost. That's very good. Very, very good.
Milliard will make his way to it.
Okay, so what's your speed? 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So you can make him right up to it. And technically, he would be, the thing would be faced away from you for a second until it can turn around because it was straight fleeing. So get up to it.
Advantage.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of
Oh, that's right,
etherealness.
Fairy Fire gets advantage.
Yep, yep. Can't go invisible, and you do have advantage on attack rolls.
Milliard will use the hilt of his rapier as an improvised weapon because he has Tavern Brawler.
Okay. What would you like to do with that?
We're gonna punch him with it.
Nice.
You got it.
Why use the pointy end?
Well, because we want to see if it can live and answer questions.
Oh, that's fair.
So, because also it could just be like, I'm a bastard mistake of an arcade man. Please let me live. So. It's 16 and 18.
18 to hit?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. You cast the Fairy Fire after you got away, right? Or did you cast it and then we go?
No, I went and then cast.
Here you go. I just want to double check.
11.
11 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how subdual or not lethal would work.
Not here.
Ah, that's right.
You can attempt to not kill it, right?
Yeah.
So we understand your intent in this case. Whether or not you relay that to anyone else, that's up to you.
You do see Milliard like run up on it, raise his sword like he's gonna hit it, but then just comes down with the handle part of it. So he has a clear shot to hit it with the pointy end, but
If you would like to make insight checks on this, you most certainly can, but...
he's
if they go into Fairy Fire, does that mean they're Fairy Fired? No, it just kind of hangs out.
Like
Okay, cool.
initial first, but
Yeah.
Perfect.
It initially sticks to whatever is in the area.
Beautiful. So you do kind of walk through some mud, but you're like, this is all good. It's just like a rainy day instead. Hit it with the butt of the sword, stomping around in mud. Anything else? Okay.
yeah, I don't think cunning action lets me do anything like sleight of hand. I don't think. Dash, hide, disengage.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Milliard. All right. Dorian is up. Francis is on deck.
pull the bow and try and put a hole in his chest.
All right. Funny enough, somebody was just here a couple days ago. Let's see if you can go 2 for 2.
Drawing the same line I had.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other side of the room. 14.
14. Does not hit. So, as they... did you roll with advantage, sorry?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. Take bow out. It's something where you might hit it, but it might glance off a little bit. It may feel as though it goes through it almost. And also, it's a big thing covered in mud, so you also may just be like, cool, hit it, and a big tuft of fur or some like caked mud, and it just kind of falls off. So that's your attack. What is next?
He will bonus action hide behind the bar.
Got it. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
9.
It just kind of howls, and you're like, nothing here. Just kidding. That's a 9. That was your bonus action. Any like other movement or anything like that?
Nope. You
Okay.
guys all below 10 there.
Ooh. All right. Wait. We got some more rounds to go. So.
Yeah.
All right. That means we have Francis and then Cormac.
Alright, how far to get to the door?
Door. So we'll put you right there. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Yeah. So 20 feet.
20 feet?
Mhm.
Okay. So he will get to the edge of the door.
Right here, or you want to get here?
Yeah, so where he can see in.
Oh yeah, for sure. There it is.
And then how far to the beastie from him?
45. That's right. Oh, sorry, 25. 30. Technically, if you go one further. Yeah.
Okay, so he'll then, as he's kind of moving in, he'll take an additional step so he's within 20 feet. So that diagonal step in.
So right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as he's stepping in, he places a hand with his dagger on the small of Cormac's back as he uses his other hand to fling the dart out at it.
Okay.
Like the pointing in, or you just?
No, he's like putting his hand on your back so you're not freaking out when someone just throws something beside you.
I just
yeah.
I'm gonna hold you hostage while I kill this man. Like, oh, I'm getting quiet.
That is awesome. All right, go right ahead.
2 knives, 1 for each of you.
And that would be a 18 plus. I figure out what the attack. 22.
18 plus will most certainly hit.
Okay. And so then that's a D4 plus a D6 for sneak attack.
Yep.
And that would be 9 points of piercing damage.
All right.
And then he will take a step back out. So
Okay.
he just kind of, again, you feel his hand leave like your sash or your belt as he steps back out of the combat. So that would be action, movement, and he will use Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action and just have, use the pointy end!
I suppose it. What if we want to ask you a question?
That's what you got. His inspiration is stabbing.
Fair.
That just sounded so. But we want to do something else.
Yeah.
You get a D6
Okay.
Did you kill the
I said,
turtle?
like, oh my.
that he uses within the
Yeah.
next hour on a D20 test.
Nice. Okay. And remember, it's an hour. It's gonna be important, right? In case someone's like, we were very fancy free with guidance and things of that sort. But that 1 hour, if it's like, all right, we're gonna set this up, do the thing really quickly, and disperse.
Oh, yeah, but with guidance you can use infinitely, so it's kind of one of those situations.
I understand. Well, I've also seen it on like, Fantasy High and stuff like that, where they just like, I will give this to you. Now, granted, they are doing things outside of what you would call like the situation itself, so it's not combat, and it's just like willy-nilly, but just be mindful of that. All right, it is Cormac's turn.
I'm gonna get behind it. So I'm gonna kind of move back there.
So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like 6. So
It's dead!
everything's dying. So here, and it was kind of facing that direction, and then Mr. Cormac gets back here, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it. So it is flanked, but luckily, That doesn't do anything.
I already got the thing. It's
I
more
just-
of a just like, you want to run? You can run. And I'm gonna hit it
Okay, you are going to
with
hit
my
it.
sword.
Go for it. So you trudge through a little bit of mud as you're like going in there. And
It's a 15
15,
with advantage.
you got it. 15 will hit. As James would say, that's the mark to beat. So
3 damage.
it's good. It actually catches the sword. Of course, you're going to deal some amount because it is a sword into a paw. But it's like snarls at you. You have dealt some damage.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. That was movement, attack, anything else? All right. Okay. It's going to, for a half second, it kind of looks back and forth. It's going to try to pick up Milliard, and you all kind of glean. It's like, oh, I can't pick you up. And then it's going to, yeah, so
Use you as an immobilizer then.
pretty much. Well, it's going to be like, cool, we're going to, I forget what it's called. Pick you up, fling you into your buddy, try to knock you over, and do something. So, does that. It's going to make an athletics check.
Put on its luchador mask.
It did.
Nice.
You see, it's El Lobo, so it's a big wolf, and it has red eyes and red and silver stuff. All right, that's going to be a 25. So, the lifting rules in this, Isaac,
I'd have to do an acrobatics check to get out.
this would, I guess, would effectively be a grapple. So you could do, is it acrobatics or a counter?
Contested
Yeah.
athletics.
So,
I'd have to critical. Wait. Bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
So if that's
I picked the wrong one.
So,
After, right?
yeah, you can pick to use it after, but you get to add a d6.
So yeah, this is going to, are we using the rules? It is a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Oh, so this is a save. Oh.
He picks me up.
Yeah.
We get a 13. 'cause it's
Against
rough.
their athletics?
If we got like an 8.
No, it's just a saving throw now.
What's the save against?
It's going to be the DC. So like if their strength is I don't know.
Oh, so it's a DC, not a what the roll was.
Correct. Someone's making a save. You're being cast against. You're making a save.
Yeah.
So what's
Oh,
it-
well, so
what's
in
the
this
saving
case,
throw? You may be able to make because you got.
I made a roll.
Right?
but in reality,
Be a 25.
he makes
No,
the
no,
roll.
no.
He just one makes a roll.
Correct. It is a saving throw. So if your strength, so it's 8 plus whatever your strength modifier is, plus
Okay.
its proficiency bonus.
Got it.
Does grappling work now to where you have to make an attack roll to hit, and then they do the throw, or is it just that you straight up?
A creature can grapple another creature. Creatures typically grapple by using an unarmed strike. Many monsters have special attacks that allow them to grapple quickly. However, the grapple is initiated, it follows these rules. The target must succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw. It chooses which,
Yeah.
or has the grapple condition. So the 25 is the strike to hit,
Yeah.
and now you're making the DC.
Got it. So
It was 13.
13.
Uh,
Might as well use my bardic inspiration at that point.
well, if it's a 13, you just make it. You don't have to use it.
It's
Okay.
obviously around that.
Okay.
And I say obviously because it has to be because
17.
Heck yeah.
as you're like, it tries to pick you up. It does not. That is a very, very good thing to know. But you will take 5 points of damage from it hitting you, or just no damage at all. If it makes the hits,
So when
it's
I-
either really cool, I guess, or nothing.
It depends on the rule, because like vampires, when they hit, they do the damage and they get it. That's why it says they have special ones.
Well, and I think Tavern or Grappler allows you to make the unarmed attack,
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
damage, and initiate a grapple.
This thing doesn't have that, sadly. So
So with Tavern Brawler, the reason I was going to try to take a swing at it is if I hit it with an unarmed strike,
yeah,
there's
you
a
can
chance
grapple
of
it. Yeah.
pushing it,
Oh yeah.
grappling it, or dealing damage.
Okay.
And if I were to say push it, it would trip it. Like I can move it 5 feet or knock it prone. So that's why I was trying to take a swing at it.
Understood. Hey, not bad tactics. It is going to. 1, 2.
Ahidi.
All right. Smack it.
There's a 20 to hit.
You will hit.
That is a 7 damage.
Okay. 7. Awesome. As you, it goes to flee. It tried to do its thing. It didn't understand the rule.
5. I actually rolled D10 instead of D8.
Tuna. Now it heals actually instead. It's like tries to pick you up. Was gonna fling you. Doesn't do that. It's like okay. It was trying to run anyways, but now you all are just gonna smack my boy, and that was an attack opportunity. You hit it, slice it up its back. It does kind of look like you're not dealing as much damage normally, right? For obvious reasons, because you're not level 4 or 5. Not everybody has their +1 weapon or whatever yet. LOL. And it's gonna move from you. Do you have a reaction? Mm-hmm. Okay, you'll be able to smack it. So
I'm gonna use an improvised weapon.
okay, what improvised weapon would you like to use?
A stool.
Go for it.
And if we treat it as a club, then it has the slow property.
So, really quick, with improvised weapon, you can pick up something as a reaction, because I want to make sure we get the rules right, because that's going to be important later.
I don't know if I can or not.
Okay, well, it's all good. We just need to make sure we establish them now, because if I got somebody who's like,
Well, what's the normal rule for picking up or?
well, you can do it as a part of an attack action, I think. I'm not sure if you can do it as a part of a reaction. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Oh, that's fair.
That's that would, to me, would be the trade-off.
Also, I know you pick, I think, 2 weapon masteries after a long rest.
Okay, so I would not be able to use the slow then.
It might be more for like fighters or anything, but I think rogues are too.
Put mastery on my dagger and my dart.
What's the darts?
Thanks.
Save for the short bow.
Those things are nuts, man. Those weapon masteries are so cool. Like, what a way to get around, like, use all the things, because they're just neat, like, It's very fun. So,
I need to get a longbow.
what's that?
I need to grab a longbow at some point.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That is faux show.
Actually, is there a lamp on the table? Like a Cracker Barrel lamp?
No, they did away with those for a second, because, last time they were on fire.
Alright, well, I guess we're good. Just take my dagger.
You got it.
Advantage.
You got it. And now it's advantage until the spell ends. Right. Very good.
Yeah, he covered in the muck.
Yep.
We miss.
Okay.
Oh no.
Shoves past you. Doesn't make an attack, but doesn't end up in your square. So, moving past you, there is now a muddy, bloodied thing, kind of dripping something, almost like a white kind of not milk. It's not that like it's that consistency, but it's like glowing, right, as it's being sliced up. So it is doing that, and then we're gonna go back to the top. Jonas.
She is.
I'm imagining the bands in there. Just going nuts.
She's just gonna take a
Sure. So yeah, just going on defensive. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. I believe it's been 2 rounds for Fairy Fire. You're keeping that up?
How many rounds is the last for?
10, I think. It's a,
I think- yeah, I
it's a
think
minute, I
so.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up because
Okay, cool.
so if they want to go after it, but I am not going after it.
Yeah, you're good. I would have been like, no, of course, who cares?
You can share.
That'd have been me.
Pulling Medic's in good shape.
We can share.
Oh my god, yeah, exactly. Just
No, that's not.
all right. Taking the dodge action, any movement around anywhere? Because I think you still do have you have that. Doesn't the dodge action allow you to like make dexterity saves at advantage?
I think so.
Nice. For whatever reason, I was like, that's very neat. I'm gonna fireball you guys in a second. That's...
Yeah, she. does
Hanging
not-
out, huh?
She's
Okay.
not we don't fight.
Alrighty. Now, we have Midyad and Mr. Nix is on deck. Francis is coming to mind, and also everybody who walked in this morning is the guards aren't there.
Who's on there?
The guards.
I mean, that's not surprising.
Well,
They're kind of ass.
it's a, very fair.
They said a few more days.
They did.
Milliard will use his
Lodge
cunning
a
action
complaint.
to dash,
After I
You
put this
should.
thing to death.
I will too.
so that way he gets to run after it.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and use a dash as you said bonus action?
For my cunning action.
Cunning, yeah. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is just a straight wall. You can't get through your homeboy because you would be in his square, and he is not.
Well, he could continue that 5.
So if you want to continue, that's
Yeah,
fine.
Correct. That's why he's dashing.
Okay, so you're going to continue to move more movement to get past him.
Correct.
Okay.
6, and then.
So the thing, yes, you can't end your turn in someone else's square. So now where would you like to get to? Here?
Actually, in front of it.
In front of it, okay.
Nice.
So that way, if it tries to get past him again, he gets to potentially
You got
attack
it.
it.
And just he again gets stabbed.
Okay.
And he will stab.
Dip.
Advantage. Because he's covered in muck.
All right. 17 definitely hits.
It does.
Good job.
Sneak attack.
8. 13.
13 damage.
Is
Sadly, you don't deal any because it doesn't take any damage when you roll a 13. Just kidding. How does this manifest? Alright, and what are you hitting it with?
His cutlass.
So, got a cutlass, slicing it up.
Yep.
It's one of those, you like, pull a flashing it in front of him. He's
Yeah,
like,
he runs. Yeah, he runs around, gets in front, and it'll be like as though it stumbles into his sword,
okay.
and then he will attack with the dagger as well.
Okay.
Nick.
Nick.
Nickety nick.
That's not good. That's not good.
That is by far the best
Advantage.
weapon. That's
Yeah, 9. That's 14. Miss.
Miss?
Miss on the dagger. I have 14.
Okay. You got it. Alright. Mr. Nix and then Francis on deck.
It took us extra movement to get through the windows last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At least 5 feet.
Then would I be able to make
I've got this scary bloody thing.
this if I bonus action Misty Step?
Try and keep it. in
Say that
its
one more time,
face.
sorry.
Would I be able to make this if I bonus action Misty Step?
It's should not be.
Misty's what, 30? So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, because then you go 60. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Trips it. And takes a stool and clumps it. It's slower.
I would say this. You could do it, but you're going to land in the windowsill, which means you have to make a dexterity save just to not be prone. So it's a trade-off,
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, if it's just going 60 feet and it goes through and you can see it, then you're good.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. 30 and then that. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that because you have 60 or 30 and 30. So yeah, you can totally do that. So you want to go blank. Miliard is a big fig. He's just a he's
Miliard?
large in personality and large in size.
What's funny is I did like almost
Take my shot.
4/5 of the height and width bar for Cormac, and I don't feel nearly as
Son
big.
of a
Well,
bitch.
It actually will tell you how tall you make them in here for.
And this. Like,
Damn. Okay. Well,
God,
now,
that's-
to be
that's
fair,
40.
you're shooting past a person who's wider than the sun, and then also into.
Also, he removed his coat, so he's not as wide.
That's true. That's true.
2 arrows. I'm not sure if you're keeping up with that,
I-
but
He's not that big, is he?
what's that?
noted.
You're good. I mean, it's a scenario. I don't foresee that being really an issue, but it's also one of those. I'm gonna need every resource I can to get y'all. So
It's gonna go back on my shoulder.
you got it. All right. Loop. Put that back in. Awesome. We then have a Francis and then a Cormac's on deck.
Alright, so Francis will attempt to stab him with a dart. And how I kind of want to flavor this is he actually, the dart that's already like leveraged in him, he's going to grab it and he's just going to twist and pull it out.
It's one of those. Would you rather be shot or stabbed?
Yeah.
Shot, 100%. Because
A 21.
you are going to hit.
And so that will be a D4 plus a D6 sneak attack. And that will be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then he will use Nick now to take his dagger and just slash it across the back.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Get him.
So that will be.
Since you do, has anyone critical on this thing before?
I don't think so.
It is going to.
Like it just disappears.
It looks like it shatters. So, how were you going to smack it?
Yeah, he was just going with a horizontal slash across its back.
Yep.
Like at its lower part,
Yep.
where he would hopefully get enough leverage to go through the spine.
You went through it all right. It looked like it was the best attack anyone's ever seen. And you go. It almost feels. Well, people can roll an Arcana if they want to kind of tell what happens. The threat does seem to have gone, right? But it is. Let me see this, y'all. Arcana can double check that.
I'm assuming those that are trained in Arcana.
Yes.
18. No.
Okay.
Best roll of the night.
I've been rolling pretty hot. So.
Nice. What did Francis get? And then you.
What did Francis get? For what?
I'm sorry. I thought you rolled. I
Oh,
apologize.
no. He's
Okay.
not trained in Arcana.
No worries. Well, hence why you asked. Thank you. All good. So
Next level.
that right there, kind of felt like that was conjured, right? Because well, for one, nobody. 2, when the spell ends, things warm, and then the mud kind of goes, kind of as though something was there and it's not. But you can tell the energy is it's gone. So, yeah, because with an Arcana, you can almost tell the level of spell. It's, we're going to do some kind of homebrewy kind of a deal, but you also rolled high enough. The only thing you couldn't do was like a wish. So, you know that somebody, it's like, oh, we're going to put this thing in here. That is very magical because you all saw, it was basically glowing, right? Now, that is not something that's necessarily outside of the realm of possibilities in the freaking Alexandria place because that's why a lot of people are here. It's because it is very, very magically inclined. So, with that being said, combat ends. The employees are in the back. Do you drop the spell?
Yeah.
Do you move before that happens?
I mean, I don't think I would have seen what happened, so I was probably charging at the door.
Cool.
Chase after, you know what I mean?
Okay, perfect. Right after you walk by, through the mud, as that goes away.
Oh.
So,
I mean, if I could see that it is gone.
yeah. This is just a kind of a fun.
You can also hear
look.
that it's gone because Milliard. Bloody hell!
No.
He's like going in for another swing.
Indeed. No, that's just a fun, what do you call it? A passive perception score. It's not super great, so it's super fun to. Hey, look at that. Oh, and the mud's all gone. Well, how about that? There's a bit of like a residual, kind of how folks who went to the Arcane Tower and kind of got misted a little bit. It kind of has that same feel, but a lot of magical things in this case. It's like someone just sprayed a really, really wild perfume on you, right? Because the, what do you call it? The essence. It's kind of like, when I think about fairy fire, it's one of those, it's just a very light sheen of something. And it just kind of sparkles. It's almost like it's glitter to a degree.
Like Twilight Vampire.
Kinda, yeah. Where it's one of those, what in the world's that? The smell's gone. But you're not sure if it's been replaced with something.
Francis is going to quickly look to Milliard and Nixon. Inside, now. And he will move quickly inside because they just had that happen in broad daylight. Out on the street.
What happened?
Interestingly enough, as you guys go in, because you'll all be outside, and I say interestingly enough, as you're going in, no one's freaking out. And y'all are inside now.
I'm sending Ari out to just say find someone else that smells like that.
Okay. Let me see. I forget if they do perception or investigation, is it their roll or yours?
Theirs.
Okay. So you can go and roll that, and then y'all get inside.
Francis would pull the doors to and does it just have like a normal latching mechanism?
Standard lock. I'm pretty sure with a key. That
Did he get away?
No.
Now we got it straight, but just disappeared in
14.
the fucking wind.
Before I kind of push against the door, do I see residue of it?
But it's going away very fast.
Oh, okay.
What's
Like blowing away or dissolving?
dissolving? Like it's one of those. Excuse me. It's built up, and then it's kind of disapparating, like a protagonist. Then Johnny, you're looking for, or Nick, you're looking for, or same thing that smells like them or like y'all. Okay,
Like
now,
them.
like them. Well, when I say them, I mean him. Or do you mean the big thing that exploded?
The big thing that exploded.
Gotcha. Okay, with the 14, you'll glean more in a moment. So, what we got on the inside?
Francis will then go to the open window and pull that closed and latch it shut.
Okay.
Gentleness is going to go through and see if the staff left.
Bloop. The staff would be, they kind of be in the back waiting. Like, they'd be huddled somewhere. It's like, okay, there's a place to run if they need to, but they don't want to all scatter again because they just did that. And they're like, so go outside and they're there, you're good to go. You can make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Por favor.
12.
Yeah. Nothing outside of the ordinary. But yeah, they're out there. You gonna like try to get them back in, or like, hey, this is not safe right now. What are you doing? just giving you 2 options. Like, you do anything in this that you ever would ever want ever.
Yeah.
So Francis will kind of look to Nix, Cormac, and Milliard. Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
I was behind you.
They're getting away. Is the feeling you have.
Ari has someone we need to go.
How many hit points do they have?
What's that?
How many hit points does that thing have? How much does it cost to resummon it?
I don't know how
It's
to
over.
resummon it.
Usually, I think.
It has
87 hit points.
1 hit point. And a stealth.
He fucking closes his eyes and it's a fisheye lantern. Somebody brings a shovel down the top of it.
Of 7 because I can't. I need to throw all my dice away.
Just getting away. He wargs and just.
Oh my god. So yeah, if you don't work into it, do you? Okay, because I'm like, you're getting 100% that. It's like, and session instantaneously.
Fish islands is what's selling.
Yeah, man, that was so
It's
good.
distorted.
Yeah.
This is the world.
God.
Okay, hear the.
Yeah.
And then
Woo. Huh. Ooh. You got me, man. Too good.
All I was having a hot tire down here on the bottom of the steps and felt something run by, grabbed my ass.
Gotta go.
Which way?
Which way did you send it? Because haphazardly.
Wolf was going that way.
This way?
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Okay, cool. So in that case, if we're looking, because in my mind, that's north for this map.
So south.
It's going south. Heading towards slum and barracks areas. Just in that general
I
direction.
guess anything as I'm running. Anything more specific?
And then it,
No.
you gotta hear it. We got.
Smell for the stink.
Francis will follow after Cormac.
Okay.
You'll see me reach down and that thing that I was grabbing for earlier. I activate it and it starts kind of like almost like a crystal comes out. It starts giving out like a little woof of light, and I cast detect magic. And I'm just booking it down south.
Okay.
Milliard. Milliard's gonna follow.
Can you hand me? Yep.
I just gotta start going.
No, I get you. I get you. All right, gonna follow. We are going. We can wrap it up here in a chase, right?
Okay.
So everybody will kind of be like almost a relay position, going.
Gentleness is way over there. She doesn't know they've left.
You know.
Well, so far only 3 have left.
Okay.
So you've got Ernest and Nix still inside.
I mean, that's in my sense.
Yep.
So far.
So we're doing the perfect thing of consistently in
Yeah.
every session finding as many ways to split the party.
Amen to that. Did he even say why? I won't get it.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, I made him
Well-
6'4". Cormac.
Yeah.
It is 10 gold. Just get it familiar with that.
Gold? Damn.
Wow, that's a lot more expensive.
I
than
have
it was.
14.
I can cover you at least 3 times.
You know, you might be in an area or a space in the very near future where you just literally nick
And
something off of a shelf in the house you're gonna go to.
Choosing starting up.
That's gonna be.
invitation to be called.
That's gonna.
Am I
Well,
about to lose my job?
Tools.
For sure? That's
Yeah.
well, what's gonna be fun is
Like, I need these.
you're gonna clean. You're gonna clean, right? You're gonna do your thing,
Choose tools now.
and then it's gonna be a. Oh, here's where the
Yeah.
meeting is today. And you're gonna see them with little Doris going in for the meeting. It'll be very fun.
Well, look at you.
What are they, like 25 or 50?
So,
These souls.
Louise.
I think they're 50. You got your partial like sex and it's going.
Yeah, most
He's
of
doing
the
60.
50.
All I need to do is raise it into the sky.
Yeah. No, stuff's wild. But, yeah. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we do combat every 6 sessions, and here we are.
I'm just happy to see that
Sometimes there are casualties.
Amen to that.
Dark Dagger Nick works out well.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, those masters are silly. I'll get out. And if you did cast a
And
spell
also
that was
just having
level,
Fairy Fire, like we just got consistent
Raw.
advantage. It's like this is
That was-
not good for it.
ooh,
I'm
well,
sad because I should have thought of it beforehand. I was gonna change my little multi-tool into a gun and shoot with firebolt.
nice. That'd be cool.
And I could still be next to it and be just a normal,
That's neat.
and just like grab on the face and go.
Yeah. Oh. That'd be
But now I'm
pretty
just run
good.
down the street shooting